It's like perfect timing. All right, here we go. I didn't want that. Let's go over here. We're on the right aircraft. We got HPN. We're going to be taking off. We got 58. We'll set us departure. The time is when they actually departed. We'll put 11:30. They left at 1. We'll leave a little earlier than that. Should be no question the other driver is liable. Yeah. Passenger side door was smashed. I filed a claim, so we'll see. That's not good. Had to bet those good old rice burners in terms of reliability. Hard to beat. Yes. Agreed. All right, folks, we're going to do this pretty darn quick. Get us pretty much where we wanted to be before. We'll start on the cold and dark. We'll do the whole thing over again. Oh, crap. And we'll go from there. We are at home base, so we're going to go ahead and turn on our GPU. We'll get the GPU on the aircraft. And it's been about 2 weeks since I've flown this thing. Maybe. Has it been? I can't tell you. I don't know. All right, we're going to go ahead and throw this on. Battery's coming on first. 1, 2. All right, I'll throw that on. Come back over here. Test this. 1, 2. All right, we got 6 up. Good. We're going to cancel the bell. That's good. Come on over the overhead. I could just try to kind of get my head up there. There we go. Okay. And while this is doing that, we're going to head to start everything in terms of I got to get FSU IPC pulled up. I've got to get you guys. You know how it is when you're flying a sim and you have to restart. It's like one of those. No, it's terrible because you got to redo everything. But that's all right. I guess that's the plight of a simmer, right? Okay. All right, CST 5803. Click OK. You should see that on the. You don't. All right, hang on. Let me go ahead and get that going for you. The overlay should be on now. Okay. Back to square one. Life of a simmer. Yep. What happened? Well, Pops, I think I compressor stalled the dang thing and killed everyone. I mean, that's possible. I don't know if it was the airplane or I had some weird sounds. I don't know. Something's going on. I don't know if it was I was using a new add-on too. I don't know. We're going to hopefully not repeat the same. The rudder didn't work. Nothing worked. Let's just not do that again. How's that? We won't. We're not going to do a repeat of that. All right. Let me come over here. I'll get the fuel truck rolling. And let me get this on. We'll get our ACARS running again. We'll start the flight. All right. And we'll start calling the fuel truck. Now I have to make sure lights are out. Okay, good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and throw these lights to both. These lights are coming on. That's on. That's off. Come over to here. I'll call the fuel truck. Let's try GSX and see if it was that. I don't know. Request refueling. Refueling service trucks on the way. That is correct. Let's go into our weight and balance. That is all good. So nothing has changed from here, so that's a good thing. All right. We like that. We just have to change our performance. HPN is the airport. It is good. I looked at the NOTAMs already. We're good there. 555 basically is braking action. What are we looking at here? We're at about 3. So Let's go to 0, 0, 15. Outside air temperature is, I think it's like 9. It's 8 now. Runway is 3-4. Flaps going to be optimum. QNH 29er, 69er. It's probably going to be the same one that I did before. Right there. Off, on. Takeoff weight 139. Calculate. Want to make sure the same thing. We got 118, 123, 132. Okay. We should be good. Off, packs on. 29er, 69er. 29er, 69er, yeah. I'm good with this. What I'm going to do is go over here. We're going to click start boarding. We're just going to get boarding going right now. And then I'm going to click that. We'll start getting the fueling on. Get the airplane fuel. I already got all our paperwork done on that. Hey, Charlotte, how are you? Hello, Jason. It's good to hear. Always learn so much watching you. Learn what not to do. Maybe Cliff was in the plane somewhere. That's right. I'm going to blame it on Cliff. I will blame it on Cliff. And this is the doodad I didn't do. We'll get to that here in a minute. When you skip steps, it could turn pretty bad on you. All right. That's good. We'll go ahead and do this. Test hold. That should come up. Let it go. That's good. Coming across. That's up. Galley power's on. Get the coffee going. That's off. That's good. Emer lights are on. Seatbelts are, well, we're fueling. I'll turn those off. No smoking's on for now. I'll throw this to the captain's side. Anti-ice. Let's go check our fuel. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw one on. Let's see something. Did it work? Nope. Okay. I got to turn on SPAD. SPAD's coming on. Hey, Nate, what's up, buddy? Hopefully your vacation was good in Hawaii. You had a good, fun vacation. I'm going to assume it was really good. It was Hawaii, so how bad could it be? Right? You probably had a good time. All right, let's go ahead and go upstairs and check the fuel again. So we're going to come up. We're going to throw the right on here. You can see that, how it changed that inlet pressure. I can turn that off now. So you can throw this on. I see that left inlet. When I pull the crossfeed, it goes out. So that works now. That's good. I'm going to actually keep this pump on the left side. I will turn the rest of the pumps on when we finish our flow up there, but I'm just kind of doing an initial test again. The second time around. All right, that's off. We're going to be landing pretty much at pressure altitude at like 0, almost sea level. I don't know the pressures yet, so we'll leave that there. I'm going to go ahead and click unlocked. Doors unlocked. Come up here. We're just going to test the ground procs. Whoa. Poor patch. All right, this is coming off. Logo lights. Throw those off for now. We're going to stall. Test the stall. Good. Test number 2. Good. Anti-skids. Good. Coming down here. Logo lights are good. That's normal. That's on. Those are off. It's cold in the cabin. 10 degrees. Pretty chilly. That's good. That's good. Test the annunciators set. All right. That's good up on top. We'll come over here. We're doing a full power takeoff today, so let's just jump in here to our go to FMA. Looks like 131. We'll plug that up to 131 here, and we're going to go into our speed here of 77. We're going to go 340. Heading is going to be 295 on the heading. 295 on the heading. Here we go. 295 right there. Altitude, we're going to climb to about 5,000. Depends if center's on or not. Flight director's on my side. Theirs as well. Lights are good. Coming down here, art switch is off. Takeoff is now on takeoff, not flex. 2.03 is the limit. I had them pushed up, probably compressor stall these things. And that's what caused the flame out. Generally speaking, that's what happens. Oh, gosh. I'll tell you what, folks. It's always something. That's a redo mulligan. Right? That's definitely a do-over. Let's go here. Holy cow, we're getting a couch. They're delivering a couch right now, folks. My dog, my big dog, he likes to chew things. He's a puppy, and he's out of that stage now. But man, oh, alive, he chews everything up. I mean, he still chews stuff up, but it's not like he's out of the chewing stage of like shoes and stuff. He doesn't do that much anymore. But what he does do, he chewed up our old couch, just kind of gnawed on the cushion. And the problem with that is that he's a good dog, but when we got him, he was all right. Let's go ahead and file the flight plan again here. See if we can go 340. File it. It's cold in this room. All right, I think we're good. We're going to do 12.4 on the trim here, CG. About right there. We're going to go 15 on the flap. Right there. Go back the other way, buddy. There we go. Come on. About right there. Let's check our trim. That's good. This actually should have been where it was set about 15 here on the valve. And we'll set 15 up in the window. Kind of doing two things at once, I guess. Right there, come down to 15. 15 is set. We're going to go and squawk 15. What was the... It was like 1557 or something like that, I think. Test that. Good, coming down there. That's open on takeoff now. Armed. Open. All right. We got fuel on the aircraft. We're getting fuel right now. Looks good. We've got a total of 24.8, and we're still getting more gas up on there. We should leave with about 27. If I was a commercial, what? 2 legs, 6 hours? Best time of the year in Hawaii. Oh, you're still there, Nate. Jeez. Good for you, dude. How long you being there for, man? That's awesome. That's really a good thing. All right, we're getting the fuel on the aircraft. You can see us still see it's pumping up. Man, these couches are coming in. Anyway, my dog, he likes to whip the cushions. The dude just like gnawed on the cushion, and we had an old couch. I mean, we had it for like 20 years. The thing is so old and dingy to begin with. And he was, when we left, we went on vacation and we went to Yellowstone. And we kept him with a babysitter and stuff like that. So he wasn't alone, but he had anxiety bad. Because he was pretty much a rescue. When we got him, the poor thing was malnourished in a cage, and she didn't take care of him. And she couldn't because she was a college student, so she didn't have the resources, I guess, if you will, or the time to take care of a dog that big. So anyway, we rescued him, and we kind of rehabilitated him, and he's been great. He's been a really good dog. At first, he had a lot of food aggression, and for the obvious reasons, when you're not feeding him the rations he should be getting, things happen. They get very protective of their food. For good reason. He's like, I'm starving. So I'm like, dog, I'm gonna fatten you up so good you won't even know. We're getting ready for, you know, a feast of a king every day. And we did. And he's great. He's a beautiful dog, good size. But, you know, with that comes with anxiety issues, the poor thing. So we're like, we can't leave the house. He's chewed up our wall. He's chewed. I can't tell you, this dog's so funny. Oh my gosh. Anyway, all right, we're going Fort Lauderdale 3-4 on the runway. So let's make sure we get our head in the game here. We're going to departure. The HPN-8, runway 34, we've got that ready to go there. We're going to go ahead and do the arrival at the CUDA 2 arrival, and we're doing the, I want to say, yeah, I'm going to have to look. Just give me a second here. Let me just pull the sim brief and just check it. It's the magic transition right there. And you should see this actual, we'll click route, we'll click activate, we'll execute it. Go pref coming in, and our zero fuel weight 103.6, and our fuel is going to be 27.5 / alpha. Throw that in there. Reserves about 6,000. I don't want to go under that. Cruise 340 at this weight, and then our cruise wind. Where were you? Cruise wind 230 at 93. 230 at 93, and outside air temperature is, excuse me, at -52 once we're at altitude. Let's see, there we go. Takeoff coming in, and we're going to do 118, 123, 123, and 131. Okay. Takeoff VPER 2.03. I want to make sure I got that on there, and we're good to go. Route data. I'm just going to come in here really quick and shoot. Route data. Where are we? Pref in it. No. That's a route 2. I don't want that. I don't want that. Take off. I want to make sure we're good to go. Okay, we got that. That's the route 2. We don't want that though. Now come on. All right, just humor me. Okay. Okay. I wanted to just check something on that. That was all. I just had an inkling that humor me on that. That's all. I digressed. That's all. Next page. We're gonna go route data now. You can see if I go next page over. We're just gonna do a few things on this, and then we're gonna rock and roll here. I know where they are. That's the good news. I wrote it down on my list here. We're going to be Oive, Clipper. We're going to drop to Kooky, and that's going to be 230.88. That's even fine. 90, 102 is saggy is where we're starting to change a little bit. That's 241, 109. 241 slant 109. A lot of wind out there today. It's going to be a lot of headwinds coming in on us, so we'll expect that. 122 razzle, so 243, 122 is a little stronger up there at razzle. Dump that in there, execute that. Then I think we're good to go all the way through. We are. Hey dog. This little guy. She's my oldest. All right. Remember Lucky what he did. I remember Lucky. We had a golden. My dad had a golden lab when I was teenager, and I played hockey. And my dad's like, "Why don't you take Lucky for a walk?" I said, "Sure, why not? I'll hook up some rollerblades, and I'll skate with the dog." And sure enough, that's what I did. And let me tell you, I didn't walk the dog. He walked me, and not only that, he was gonzo. Like, oh, he's like, I can run, and then bam, he took off. I was just hanging on for the ride. At that point, it's like, good night. Here we go. Okay, folks, I think we're ready to go here. Let's go ahead and start the GPU. Let's start the APU. Where are you? Here. Coming back from vacation, you know, you're like, really? Let's do this thing. All right, that's coming on, that's coming on, that's coming on, that's on, and that's on. Our fuel pumps are on. Here we go. We're going to start up. I'll put the thing on run here in a minute. Right now. Okay, we got a good light. Hopefully APU starting up. Let's run our checklist and make sure we're good to go again. All right, 0 fuel weight. We've set it. Takeoff condition computer is set. Stabilizer trim is set. Takeoff selector is stowed. Airspeed bugs TRP set. TRP set. Idiot. Such an idiot. Fuel and fuel pumps. This is what happens when you rush. Fuel and fuel pumps are on. Doors will come close here in a minute. We'll turn the hydraulics on and let's get the heck out of here. Hydraulics coming on. We'll go ahead and throw the doors closed and then we'll rock and roll. All right, folks. Sorry about the delay, but the captain's an idiot. Likes to live on the edge sometimes. Okay, that's off. We try to do things right, you know. It's very interesting. On a very serious note, my buddy and I were talking, and he's getting ready for retirement. He's been flying the airlines a long time, and we were talking about errors because my background's in the NTSB. I'm sure you know that. And pilots make errors. They do all the time, every flight. It's never going to be a perfect flight, and you just don't want to accept those errors, right? But we're all human. When you're a single pilot like this, somebody would have caught that on the checklist. You go through the checklist nice and slow and methodical for a reason. If I was a commercial pilot, 2 legs, 6 hours. All right. Anyway, that's where we are, folks. Ready to go. Let's go ahead and turn the lights on, and we're going to start taxiing out here. So nacelle is on. That's coming on. Everything else is good. And do we have LA? LaGuardia via approach? I don't know if that's not New York approach, but it could be. I'm just guessing that's New York. It's not New York approach, not departure. I could try to call him 128.8 and see, or 120.8, and just to see if he's controlling anybody. So let me, I don't think that's the case, but I'm going to try anyway, just to make sure. I don't want to bust airspace if we don't have to. So 120.8, here we come. Okay, right there. Let's flip this in. Let's give him a chat here. LaGuardia approach, Riptide 5803.
Riptide 5803, new departure. Good evening.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I guess you control white planes then.
I do. If you have an IFR on request, you can expect the clearance in about a minute. That is on request. If you don't, then go ahead with your request.
Yeah, looking for a clearance over to Fort Lauderdale. We got it in the system.
Perfect. I do see it now. That is on request. Give me about 1 to 2 minutes for that.
Thanks. That's why you call. You never know.
American 1379, can I maintain 4,000?
All right, hey, got APU lit. Let's go ahead and pull up the tow bar on the aircraft and let's get this show on the road. Did I forget anything? I need you there, folks, to see my stupidity and my mistakes that I make, because I'm going to make them. I don't. They're just going to happen, right? So you just got to try to mitigate those mistakes and minimize your risk. as best you can. I think I was trying to rush and get out quick, and that didn't work. That backfired on me pretty good, didn't it? Obviously, Curtis, how are you? Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome aboard. By the way, if you're new to the channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel a lot. I'm going to go ahead and push these puppies up. Let's see if we can hear some alerts. And there it comes. Good. All right, then we got takeoff on the FMA. That's great. And we're getting ready to rock and roll, folks. We are ready.
Tide 50. Tide 5803, clearance FIPDC.
Roger, thanks. We got it. All right, here we go, folks. Let's take a listen to the clearance here. I'm going to read it with you, and then you tell me if I'm screwing it up. Gosh. All right, let's do this right now. Okay, I'm going to pull up the release with you, and we're going to go through this together. All right, we've got 5803, equipment's MD-83, departures, white planes, we've got Fort Lauderdale destination. We got HPN white, Q2409er to Clipper. Then we got Cookie, Q133 to Ches, 291 to Magic, then the CUDA to Fort Lauderdale, altitude 340. I said 36, but we can't go at this weight up to 36 right now, so we're going to go 34. Squawk 1557.
American 1379.
And we're going to be doing the HPN-8.
American 1379.
We're going to climb the 3000. Expect 340 in 8 minutes. Aircraft departure frequency 120.8 and CTC 120.8 for taxi. All right, so we're going to call for taxi. I am going to ask for a push clearance because we're going to be pushing right onto the the taxiway Alpha. So we'll do that. Anyway, we're going to climb up to 3,000 feet.
Riptide 5803, if you're still here, I do have information that Delta up now, white planes, be depart 34.
Yes, sir. We got the numbers, and can we push on Alpha?
Riptide 5803, push back on Alpha's approved. Pilot's discretion advised ready for taxi.
Roger, push on Alpha's approved. Pilot's discretion will call you for taxi. Riptide 5803. All right, folks, we're ready to go here. Paperwork's done. Man, they are putting these couches together. I hope he doesn't rip them apart. That's all I'm waiting for is the dog to rip them apart. Oh, gosh. Here we go. Belts on. Let's go for the push. Lights. Camera, action. You guys ready to rock and roll on this? Just let's look at Delta really quick. I just got the ATIS 39 minutes ago. 1.5 mile visibility, light rain, mist, broken at 400 feet, overcast at 900. 8/7. 2-9er, 6-9er. We're pretty much going to be departing, throwing the heat on. So that's kind of what we're going to do. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Hang on. Let's see if we can't get a better. Okay, brakes off. Let's go.
American 1379, turn left heading 220. Left 220, American 1379.
Do you want to start engines? I don't. We're going to go nose to the right, tail to the left. Okay, brakes off. 17:04 on the clock here. All right, let's go ahead and start number. We're going to start number 2. Air's coming on. We got good pressure there. Lights are good. We're going to go ahead and deny that. Close the door. Start valve is open. Here we go, folks. Let's see if we can't get better sounds. Let's do this again. I'm going to have to trim that whole thing out, aren't I? I'll cut the whole thing out. All right, when we get to 22, we'll throw the fuel in. Once we get a good light right there. Okay, fuel's in. Watch for the light. There's the light. EGT is rising. 250, 260. Got a good light here. Kill it. Okay, it's on the bus. All right, nice and stable. We'll set your brake for you. All right, looking good, folks. Coming back down on the EGT. It's rollback. That's good. Let's go and fire number one. Number one to start. Left start valve is open. All right, we got good roll here on number two. When we get to 22, we'll throw the gas in. All right, gas coming in. Shoot, what was I supposed to squawk? 1.5. Remind me before we pull. Let's do that. I gotta watch the engine here. EGT on the rise. We can throw this off. I kept that starter in a little too long. Okay, two good starts coming on the rollback. We got two good engine starts. Left bus, right bus, volts and amps. Good deal. Those are on. That's good.
American 1379.
Coming across.
210. 210, American 1379.
Off. Off. Coming across here. Auto. Auto. We get some air in the cockpit and the cabin. Everything else is going good here. All right. Down. Down. Flaps. 15. Armed. Okay, we got a red light. We got a green light. We got disagree.
American 1379. Turn left. Heading 130. Descend and maintain at 3000.
We got a disagree light on. Let's just see. Flaps should be sitting in position. Yeah, we got to investigate.
No worries. American 1379. Left 130. Heading. Descend and maintain at 3000. Okay, left 130. Descend and maintain 3000. American 1379.
Well, that's just slightly off, isn't it? That's 11. Here comes 15. Okay, we got a disagreement here. So flap 15 is set on our computer. It's just slightly out of whack. It's good now. So that's, 14 and a 9 3/4 or something like that.
American 1379, continue left.
Pretty close.
070,
All right.
continue descent now, descend and maintain 2000. Descend maintain 2000, left heading 070, American 1379.
Air conditioning panel is set on auto, pitot heat and ignition. We've got captain side and anti-ice windshield is on. Anti-ice as required. We're 8 degrees, so we should have anti-ice on, at least engine anti-ice on. So we're going to go ahead and throw that on right now. 1, 2, 2 blue lights. The valves are on. All right, we're under 10 degrees, so we're going to have to do that. Flight controls were free. Let's go check those.
1379, 6 miles from Dennis, maintain 2000 till established. Cleared ILS and forward approach.
Flaps and slats, 15 and set. Transponder is TARA.
American 1379.
And let's make sure the squawk is good before we pull away here. 1557 on the squawk. That's exactly what we got. Good. Crossfeeds, pneumatic crossfeeds are closed. All right, tax checklist is complete. Let's go, folks. I think we got it.
And your approach, exec 127. Exec 127, the approach.
Yes, are you controlling Cedar Raw at the time?
Unfortunately, I am not, and looking at his on, I don't think anybody is, unfortunately.
Alrighty, appreciate it, exec 127.
Have a good night. American 1379, contact Guardia Tower 118.7, connect. Over to center, American 1379, so well.
Okay, I'm going to do a brake check. Ready for a brake check. Good, they work. That means the rudders work. So we did a good brake check early. I want to make sure we've got a good setup here. Flight mode is on. Coming over to our performance page. Good winds. By the way, we would have checked the wings, make sure we don't have any icing or anything like that on the airframe. Ah, shoot. New York approach, Riptide 5803, taxi please.
Riptide 5803, runway 34, taxi by Alpha, cross runway 29 at Alpha. And do you need a moment at the end, or are you ready upon reach?
I think we'll be ready to go. And we'll taxi via Alpha across runway 29 for runway 34, Riptide 5803. Okay, takeoff config, we're going to go ahead and check that. We got a green light. Push one throttle up. We're good. No lights, no sounds, no horns. Ignition selector, I'm going to throw it on Alpha today and we'll do the landing on Bravo. Altimeters are set. 2968. ABS and spoilers, they are on takeoff and checked. I'm going to go ahead and cross into runways. We'll turn those on. All right, folks, we have, now we have throttle protection because takeoff is on. The ART switch is off. So we are good to go. They're still building this couch here. Apparently, there's a lot going on there in the couch. Jeez. Okay, once we depart, it's going to be a Westchester 8 departure, so it's going to be a takeoff. We're going to climb to 1,000 feet. We'll push the nose up to about 20 degrees nose up. And then...
5803, wind, variable at 6, right, 3-4, cliff takeoff.
Cover the winds, 3-4, clear for takeoff, Riptide 5803. Okay, folks, in the chats, belts on. Let's do this thing. It's funny that we do this. It's like a parachute. If that's what makes it really funny. All right, let's go. Looks good on the clearance there. We do have engine anti-ice on. Again, you would have looked at the performance numbers for that. Clear. Okay, departing runway heading. Then we're going to be a left turn to 295, 340 on the pavement.
New York approach, hello, Pilot Club 73, 10,000, descending 8,000.
Pushing them up. Let's go.
Pilot Club 73, New York approach, good evening.
Centered.
LaGuardia, altimeter 296.
Up to about 1.4 on the EPR.
4 tonight. Planning for, we have
and auto throttle is on. Watch them. Okay, throttle's coming up, and thrust is set. Takeoff thrust is set. We got clamp. Pushing those over. Okay. Rotate. Gear up. Okay, once we hit that 1,000 feet, we're going to roll the aircraft. Heading select. We'll roll the aircraft 1,000 feet. I want you to start bugging it up. Bug up the speed.
Riptide 5803, radar contact. Climb maintain 6,000, say altitude passing.
Okay, 6,000 passing 2.
Riptide 5803, roger. Turn left, heading at 260.
Left turn 260, Riptide 5803. Okay, give me climb thrust, please. I don't like flashing EPR. EGT's flashing at me. That's never a good thing. Flaps coming up to 11. Okay, there's 260, leveling off 10. Increasing speed. There we go. See, if you're going to chase that... okay, we're up to 6,000. I'm going to go ahead and turn this thing on. I do want to get a nice, good rate here. Autopilot is on. Heading select. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click VNAV climb. It's going to go 250 now the speed. Flaps will go 0 now. We're through. Flap retraction speed. You can throw the wiper off, please. Park it.
5803, turn left, heading at 2. Disregard, heading a 190.
Wow. Okay, was that 190 for Riptide 5803?
Affirmative.
All right, turning left 190, Riptide 5803. That was way over modulated. I don't know why that is. I'm going to have to adjust that because that blew my eardrums to like sky high. All right, flaps and slats. Slats are coming up through 4,000. Okay, slats retracted. How are we doing on our climb? Temperature is 14 degrees. Let's go ahead and throw these things off. I thought that was the case. Had an inversion up here. Nose lights coming off. Those are off. Okay, on the climb. Sinks coming on. Come over here through 5,000. Oh, shoot. Come on, come back on me. All right, all right. Woo! That's always a scary thing. That's off. Okay, 250 on the speed, coming to 6,000. We're holding.
Riptide 5803, flight heading 180, and just be advised you can expect about 10 miles or so until I can climb in.
You're fine. We'll go 180 now, and we'll just stay level at 6. Okay, level flight. We're down on the thrust levers. Looking good. We're going to hold on the climb. Don't do a climb check just yet. I'm going to just kind of clean up some stuff here while I can. I'm going to go ahead and clean this up as well. Well, that was a better departure, wasn't it? Yeah, I thought so. Off. There's 6,000 feet. Look at your temperatures are 14 degrees, so no real danger of icing up too bad with that temperature. So we're basically flying a southbound heading. He's taking us really just south of New York. You can't see a darn thing here because we're in the soup. I am going to turn on my radar. I want to see what I'm flying into.
Pilot Club 73, descend and maintain 4,000. Descend, maintain 4,000, Pilot Club 73.
What in the blue blazes? Okay.
Riptide 5803, next sector will have higher flare, contact near departure 128.12. Good night.
128.12, we'll see it. 128.12. 128. 12. And 128.12.
25 near departure 1050 at 9 right 4 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 4 left, southwest 2525.
American 4558, climbing to 17,000.
Up to 17,000, 4558.
New York departure, Riptide 5803, 6,000.
Roger 5803, New York departure, climbing to 1,000.
Okay, 1,000, Riptide 5803. Altitude set.
2757,
It's on.
passing 2,100.
Table 1760, 1050 at 6, runway 4 right for land.
Airline 4 right, JetBlue 1760.
American 2757, radar contact, maintain 11000.
11000, 2757.
Postcode 802, 6 miles from Ebby, turn right heading 010, maintain 2000 until established, clear the ILS forward approach.
Right heading 010, 2000 to establish, cleared ILS 4 right, pilot club 802.
4558, turn left heading 070.
Left 070, 4558.
JetBlue 117, taxi by Gulf, hold short for left.
Taxi via Gulf, hold short for left.
We could accelerate right now just because it's okay that we're actually heading southbound, so I'm good with that. And I'm looking at the wipers, making sure we're not icing up or anything like that. We're 11 degrees, so we're okay. I'm just watching that. We're gonna break out of those clouds here soon.
Turn right heading 250, descend and maintain 4000.
250, 4000, Concord 1.
Okay, there's 10,000. Let the flight attendants know. I'm going to keep them seated.
At 9, right, 4 right, clear land, number 2.
4 right, number 2, clear to land, pilot club 802.
American 4558, turn left heading 360.
Left 360, 4558.
We might have to slow down. Let's see.
JetBlue 117, looks like we're on Fox.
Nice breakout.
Fox, my apologies.
Okay, climb check.
We'll still hold short for left at
Approach, good evening, Southwest 2525 with you out of 600.
Excuse me, APU is off.
Radar contact,
Fuel. Center tank burn first. We are.
1000, Southwest 2525.
Here we go again. I don't know why it's doing that.
That was a right to 350.
I might have to turn this down.
350, sorry for that, Concord 1.
Alright, we're going pretty fast. I might have to slow down to get turbulent penetration speed here, depending on how bumpy this thing is. We're probably going to be in the clouds, bumping around.
Proceed direct white, climb maintain 17000.
Okay, direct white, 17,000, Riptide 5803. 17,000 on the climb.
4758, proceed direct gale, we might
Set. That's on. We're going to go direct to white.
Direct gale, Unicom with position with Happy New Year, 4558.
Bye. American 2757, proceed direct Robbinsville, we might airspace.
Okay, direct white, here we go. Let's turn the aircraft over. Get that heading in there.
Just confirming that was American 2757.
Go direct to white here. Let's get it on a good intercept. Whoa, slow down, airplane. Good night. Slow down.
Direct Robbinsville.
Direct Robbinsville over to Unicom, American 2757. Happy New
I'm
Year.
going to have to do an override here.
117 cross 4 left, contact ground 121.9.
Across for left, contact ground, 0.9 up to 115, connect.
Come on, slow down.
Taxi, Foxtrot, cross 4 left, contact ground 121.9.
Foxtrot, cross 4 left, contact ground 21.9. Thank you.
Here we go again. Jeez. I gotta lower the. I don't know what's going on there. Way overmodulated.
Coast 303, they met airspace to the south, New York Center offline, radar service terminated, should change approved.
Was that us? Was it?
03?
Was that for Riptide 5803?
Inform. Riptide 5803, we met airspace to the south, New York Center offline, radar service terminated, should change approved.
Okay, over to the dark side, we'll see you, Riptide 5803.
Southwest 2525, proceed direct Merritt, climb team 17000.
340 on the altitude, VNAV set, here we go. These are coming off. Alright, I'll go to the dark side here in just a minute once I get this. We've got 3 degrees. I'm going to have to turn the dang heat on. By the way, they said they fixed the heat, so let's just check that out. The fuel heat should work now. Thanks to Captain Cavu. He helped out with that. Engine's on. We're good. We're going to go 122.8. Flip that over, and that should be good to go. Alright. Out of airspace. Climbing direct to white. Let's go to nav track set. We're pretty much on a intercept, nice intercept, and you know, obviously I slowed it down because we were getting into the bumps. I had to slow it down like turd pen speed, but It's looking pretty good now once we're through this cloud tops here. Nice breakout. We're going to go ahead and increase our speed. I expect some crappy winds straight across the deck here. 292 coming standard. We'll throw the lights off here in just a minute. 901, 902. I'll do the standby. '91, 2992. Good set. Coming across, lights coming off, nacelles are off, floodlights are off, those are on. Okay, let's go ahead and kick it up a notch. We'll clear that, let the FMC do its thing. We'll do a VNAV climb. Obviously the airplane's going to accelerate, so it's going to pitch down, grab some speed, and then we're on our way. I don't know if the sound works. We'll see. I'm still a little iffy on the sound. I have the sound file that I installed. Every time you install an update, you got to install the sound files that come with it. I thought I saw Washington, and they are not online. Okay, folks, we're headed direct to White, which is our first waypoint here. And I'll get to your comments now. Ryan says, engine instruments in the green, oil pressure in the green, airspeed is alive. That's right. We're up. About time. Oh, look at this. We got our couches done. They are huge. And the dogs, by the way, our dogs are on top of the couches right now. It's so funny. It's hilarious. So we're gonna do a test today and see if our fuel heat, our fuel heater actually works. So they and part of the updates, that's what they fixed, because the fuel, every time you throw the fuel heat on, it was all goofy. It would heat really high and then it would drop really fast, and that's, you know, sometimes it does that, but sometimes it doesn't. So hopefully they cook that in the coding where it's a little more random. Oh man, that's fun. All right, guess what we get to do? To hang out, chill out now. At 340 on the climb, we're going to do a cruise here in just a little bit. We're going to keep the climb going. We're still on nav for standby here. We're waiting for the nav to hook up to White. Once we get to White, it should take over, and we're going to go direct to Coil, which is 113.4. There we go. Poor Patch. My dog wants to get out of this office. Expect a lot of headwinds, folks. It's going to be nasty. I got a contrail ahead of us. I can't see that aircraft. There he is. Way high, way above. We're good to go all the way up. Not too shabby. We're TARA on the above, or are we in normal? See, he's 7,100 feet above us, man. Dude is way above. We'll go normal. No factor there. So, folks, hopefully you're enjoying this. I know that first part of the stream was a little stupid. I think I got my legs under me now. We are hooked up to the nav. We're hooked up the track, so the nav has got it. Expect some pretty big headwinds up here. That's kind of what the forecast is. We're going to get into the jet stream. Matter of fact, let me pull up the chart here for us again, and I'll show you kind of what we got going on. This is our route of flight here, so you can see if I zoom in, we're hitting basically over Jersey, hit Coil, and then we're going to come to Vils, Oive, and then Tripod, essentially all the way down. The actual flight they took, they went all the way to Kentucky, to here somewhere, way out of the way, and then they went way down like this, and I think they are trying to avoid the jet stream. I've looked at turbulence. You know, if we take a look at the radar, it's not a radar issue, it's turbulence and or jet stream. So take a look at the turbulence. This is just light. That's 22,000. So if we're going to climb to 340, we're pretty much out of it. So it might have been they're trying to beat the jet stream. And you can see the jet stream is going to be real bad when we get into here. So what they did was they flew all the way over to here, and then they dropped all the way down, and they're still in it. So I don't understand what the heck the thought process was with that. I looked at, was it a, severe turbulent plots that was going on? I didn't see any of that. It's on moderate, but nothing severe on the line. So I don't know why they did what they did. My dogs are on this couch already. It's so funny. We didn't get the couch in the door but 2 minutes, and they're on the couch already. I think that's funny. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. We've got coastal folks. We've got ETOPS training coming up. I know Dewan is busy doing that. He asked if he could do, well, he was voluntold essentially. Yeah, you can do ETOPS training for us, and I think he jumped all over that, which is good. We need it. Well, once we get the ETOPS training done, then we'll go ahead and, yeah, this looks like. All right, and then we'll go ahead and it's 32. I'm just waiting for 34, and then we'll level it off. So I can't tell you if it was the add-on or not that was causing all the issues before. I have no idea. But it could have been. So, good news is we're up and we're flying. We just hit Coil and we're headed to Vils. But hopefully for Christmas, I haven't talked to you since we had our Christmas break. I hope everybody did well on Christmas, right? They got what they needed, and we're good to go. Why do I have those on? All right, engine's coming off. We don't need those. All right, valves are closed. Good deal. It's going to save some fuel on the burn. All right, 33 for 34. We're at 34. We'll go to cruise right now. We'll settle into the cruise mode and monitor the aircraft. Burning that center tank fuel at 4,800 pounds now. And the headwinds are 64 knots, which over, where are we? We could do a quick burn check what we've got here. Let's pull it up. And we'll do a burn check. We're going to be over Vils. Vils expecting 22.9, so even then we're doing good on the burn. We have about 26 minutes since we pushed. We pushed about 29. When we do a station passage or station crossing, I should say, we'll get our got about 33 miles. We're estimating 1738 Zulu, roughly, and that's it. We'll just kind of settle in on this. When did we push? Did anybody get a timeout? I can't remember. I'll have to trim that first portion of the flight because nobody wants to see that. Tired. Okay, so anyway, we're at 22.9. We're burning good on the fuel. About 2 hours and 31 minutes to go. I estimate we will be on our descent here. Let me just check cruise just really quick. Just make sure. Okay, we are 3-4, econ speed 0.77. We'll dump that up, execute. I want to go a little faster. We are not going to step to 360. That's going to cut it very close with our weight. All right, that's it. There we go. So we're just going to monitor the waypoints. We'll do a burn check straight through the flight plan here. And we've got villas and Oive, and then I got a couple books. That's something really cool I want to show everyone. It's like a show and tell for Christmas, I guess. Probably one of the coolest gifts I've ever had. It's awesome. It's so cool. I'll have to show you that here in a minute. Let me just make sure center's not online. Washington. Man, they aren't. Ooh. I've got straight up seltzer water today for our cruise portion. You guys want to see what we got for Christmas? I absolutely knew what it was when I opened the box. I didn't even see it. I saw a corner of it, and I knew what it was. And my wife's like, "How can you tell?" I said, "I just saw the color of it and the texture." I knew what this thing was. It's really cool. All right, we're at cruise. We're pretty much stable. Like I said, pretty much out of those turbulent plots right now, so I think it's safe to turn off the seatbelt sign. We'll do that. And I think, honestly, I don't know. I'm going to have to see if I can tweak the that passenger 2 thing. I don't know if it was wreaking havoc on the system or not. I have no idea what was going on. But we'll see. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I got to get up and see what the heck they're doing. What in the world are they doing? I don't know what they're doing. All right, folks, I'll be back. And then I'll come and I'll bring the surprise. So give me a second. Just going to stretch them. I'll be back. Hi, folks. Sorry I'm back. So I had to do all this moving with the couches and stuff like that. We are in Clipper, it's called, just on the south side of Delaware area, Maryland. And looks to me like we're kind of in the middle of these clouds again. I don't see any icing or anything like that, but you know, take a peek out the window here. I'd like to get, if we can see if we can punch through these through this cloud layer. That'd be nice to kind of get us through there. So let's look at the weight and see if we can't sneak up to 2,000 feet here. We got to 124.6, and this is why it's really important to carry your charts with you. So I'll just check that right now. 124.6, can we go that high, right? So I'm looking at here, 0.77 we're going to be looking at. If those folks, can you still hear me over there? If you're on the stream watching. Okay, here's 0.77. We've got 124.5. 124.5 at 0.77. So let's take a look at that. 124, we can climb all the way up to 37,000 feet if we had to. So I'm thinking maybe we go to 30. Ryan says 5x5. Thanks, man. Maybe we can get up to 34, 36,000. With this weight, we're okay to climb that high at 0.77. We can go up to 37 if we had to. 35 is optimal, but 36 would be eventually. Let's just take a look at the tops of the cells, or not the cells, but the weather, because we're kind of into this here. So let's get rid of the jet stream, and we could pull up the high cloud levels. You can kind of see it's going to be in that 25,000 range, but we're right in the middle of this thing. So if I click that, nothing, it's not convective, so come on. What was that 250 range, at least on that graph, huh? Middle cloud tops, 21 to 30,000. This is the 12,000 range. My dogs will not let up. They will not let up. There she goes. You're stuck now, girl. Alright, we can get up there if we wanted to. Climb up to that altitude. If we had to get up that high, we can. About another 2,000 feet. I just want to make sure that the weather is good. We've got an unruly passenger here. At least in the... Let's look at the jet stream. It might be a little bit stronger the higher we go, which I'm assuming that is going to be the case. What do we got? 231 right now? Zulu, that is. December. Holy smokes, what the heck? Things got to update. Say December 26th. That is not the case. Oh, we got to update that. That ain't working. Let me go ahead and update my charts here just to make sure we're good to go. Get rid of that. We'll pull that back in. I just want to make sure that if we climb, we're going to get above this stuff, right? I don't want to kind of be in it we're kind of cruising in this junk. These tops of the clouds are right there. So let's go ahead and try to get a little higher. Let's go 360, pull that. Let's go VNAV climb. Let's get the airplane on a climb trajectory here. Let's go to our cruise altitude. We're going to go 360 and see if we can't step up the 360. It's going to give us about 1.1 savings up at that altitude. So I reset it on the FMC. It's on the altitude here. We just click that and it's going to send us in a climb. No, we got in trouble. Dog, you're kind of stuck. We're negative 17 degrees. I'm going to have to throw on the engine anti-ice. Throw the igniters on as we get through this issue. Not painting anything on radars. This is just not a radar issue. This is just, you know, lower clouds. We kind of want to try to get over the top. See you guys in 2024. Oliver, how are you? Welcome aboard. Thanks for coming in. Yes, we'll see you here later. I wanted to show everyone, if you're on, what I got. All right. Hopefully, I can punch through this cloud deck and kind of get out of this cloud. I'm actually looking for icing. Is there any icing up at this altitude right now? And there kind of isn't, which is nice. The icing is all off the ocean. But and that's at 22,000. So if we punched high a little bit, 30, no, there's no icing, so that's good. You see, we're right there. Come on. Let's see, can we get above it? Nope. We're going to have to descend. We're going to have to descend. Oh, if we could just punch through this layer. I think we're going to be right in the middle of it now. We might have to descend down to 34. But let's see. I mean, we're in it. So, you're stuck. Dog, you're stuck. There's nothing I can tell you. Alright, here we go. Where is this thing? Oh, it's over here. Hold on, I gotta get it. I gotta be very careful with this. So, I'm going to show you the probably coolest present I ever had. Ever got, ever. I mean, it's better than a simulator. Well, not a full motion sim, or not even a sim that's like that, but this thing is the bee's knees. And it's awesome. That dog is not happy with her predicament right now. She's like, I don't want to stay in here. They're excited and they're running around, and I can get it out without breaking it. It'd be awesome. All right, folks, here we go. If I can get it out, I'd love to show you. All right, here we go. Okay, you ready? There it is. And that is a real megalodon tooth. That's from a shark estimated 39 feet. It's about 39.5 foot megalodon tooth right there. That's about 5.5 inches from slant length. And there's a website that you can go on and you can measure your tooth, and it's pretty sweet. I mean, you know, I'm a huge lover of sharks and stuff like that. And these guys have smaller ones here that are about 3.5 slant length, 3.25 right there. And those puppies are estimate about 20 something feet, 22, 25 feet, right around there. Even more, I think it was like 30, but the big one was 39 feet, 39 and a half. It's a big shark. And it's funny, we're flying in the area that they're found. These teeth are found all up and down the eastern, pretty much worldwide, these shark teeth are found. But these divers, and I got this, she got it from an auction. It was a private seller who got them, and I got 3 of them. And I finally got a display case. I ordered one of those on Etsy to get it displayed. I'm going to put it on the wall. It's going to look really nice. I got some shiplap that I'm going to use, and I'll cut it, and I'll just kind of lap it. It's going to be shiplap, so it looks like an old school rustic dock kind of board. And I'm going to mount the teeth. They're 3 holders, so I'm just going to kind of go 1, 2, stagger them like that, and then I'm going to put that on my wall. It's going to look beautiful. Yeah, that's a baby 39 feet. They said normally when you find these things, they said the average length is around 30 to 39 feet, 40 feet is going to be your average where you find them. The teeth that pull up. It's rare that you find, a 6.5, 7.5 inch tooth. Those are rare to find. So your average length of a megalodon was around sitting that 39 area, a 39 footer, 30 footer. Still, that's a big fish. I don't care who you are. They can get very long. Yeah, they can get real long. But it was pretty cool. One of the coolest things and I knew it when I opened the box. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. The tooth was kind of buried in that paper. When I opened that thing, I just saw the black on the jawline. I knew it. I'm like, this has got to be a megalodon teeth. It's pretty cool. So I can't wait to get that in. It's on its way from Etsy. Dog, I can't let you out. Picture a bust the size of the shark that a man could stand up inside of that. Yeah, it's amazing. Big. I think any fish that big that's just crazy. Nobody knew what they really look like, obviously, because we can't tell, but we can imagine, right? It probably looks like a shark today, same teeth. Let's see, what do we got? Come on now. Gosh. Okay, let's see what we doing here, folks. I know, dog. Okay, let's go to the prog page, just see where we are. We've got coming in a cookie. Looks like 19.5 on the gas, and we are running 19.8. Our paperwork says at cookie we will be around 18.3, so we're burning 1,000 less than planned, which is good news for us. We'll take it, right? And we're about right around Virginia area. We just kind of passed that. We're heading into the Carolinas. Well, right at Virginia, I should say. We just passed Norfolk. We're just south of Norfolk right now. And then I'll just see if we can grab a VOR here. Williamton VOR. It's going to be 117.0. So I'm going to go ahead and dial that in there. As long as we're not getting into bumps and we're not picking up ice, I'm okay up here. We're just kind of cloud surfing. But it's pretty smooth. I mean, not too shabby. Even this altitude, we just experienced this the other day where we just can't climb any higher. That's the problem. We're flying another aircraft flying with us here. I wonder where he's going. Let's go ahead and see where that airplane is. Yeah, it's cool. I'm with you, Pops, man. It's really cool. And then I just picked up a book today. We went to Barnes and Noble, and I got a book called. I had a couple World War II books, like in terms of what the tail gunners. I'm reading a book on the Mustang and the birth of the Mustang, the P-51, and just kind of what went into that. And it's just what got me crazy, what got me going is you have these gunners, the B-17s, and these guys knew they were going to their deaths. They knew it. The chances of you coming back are 3 to 1. 3 to 1 chances that you're not going to make it. That's terrible odds. I don't care who you are. You know, this before the P-51 got in. But that's terrible, and these boys did it anyway. Just amazing people that did that. So I'm reading this book, and almost done with it. It was basically the birth of the P-51 and how it changed the look of the war for the Allies. And I was like, man, I want to get a book on like what it was like to actually be in a B-17. I mean, you see the movies and stuff, but they're just movies. You don't really know what it's like unless you actually hear it from one of the people that did it. And I picked one of the books called The Luck of the Draw. I got that book. And then another one called A Greater Call. And it's about, really interesting, it's about a B-17 crew and an ME-109 pilot. And this B-17 was just shot to crap. And it was shot up bad. I mean, the airplane was just on a wing and a prayer. And this ME-109 came in behind him and could have just knocked them out and sent them to their deaths. And what he did was he followed that airplane home. So he flew with it, to give him cover or whatever it was. I don't know, but the book's something like that. And then he peeled off at the end. What he should have done was just defected. Like he should have just landed with the B-17. I don't know what happened there. I have no idea, but I do know that they became very close friends. Those two pilots, after the war, they became very close friends, and the families were really close to each other. And really a cool story of not every on either side. Well, on the one side, I essentially wanted what Hitler gave them. Not everybody wanted that, and it's just a neat story. So when I read it, I'll let you know what I thought about it. Aviation Week, what's going on? It says, how's everybody? Hoping everybody had a great Christmas. Yes, just going over kind of show and tell Christmas essentially. So that was probably, what's the matter? She's just gonna cry the whole time. You want to get out? I have to let her out. I gotta let her out. Looks like that airplane's way ahead of us now. We are taking it at 93 knots on the nose. That is brutal. Fuel in at Fort Lauderdale, 11.3. We've got about 600 miles to go, 630 miles. There we go. Starting our turn. Now we're just kind of cloud surfing on these tops. How was your Christmas? Did you have a good vacation, I hope? We're not getting in the bumps, so that's good. We're just going to keep on this altitude. Maybe we can kind of get through it. Not picking up any ice. It's just pretty much ice crystals. But it's negative 17, so it's not really that cold just yet. We still got to worry about it. We got bench coming up, and then I got another book called it's about the 1916 shark attack in New Jersey. It's what sparked the craze of sharks, and really it's just a bad deal for sharks, to tell you the truth, because people went absolutely nuts and started killing all of them and not realizing what the heck they were doing, and almost wiped them out to extinction. Still low numbers from them, from that time frame. That really inspired Jaws, to tell you the truth. That shark attack where it swam up the river, and I think it was a bull shark. It could have been a white, but generally speaking, being that far up in a brackish water, whites really won't come there, but it could have been. So more than likely than not, it's probably a bull shark, but we'll see. Oh, good. Well, nice to see you flying from Westchester and had a great Christmas. Good deal. Yes, you're getting a lot of weather up there in Westchester. It's raining and all sorts of business going on up there right now. All right, we got bench. We're hitting the Carolinas right now, so we're kind of almost there. It looks like Jacksonville is online and Miami is online, so we might have some good coverage coming in. We're still in Washington, folks. We won't get to Jack Center until we hit, we go feet wet over Saggy. And we do have rafts in this aircraft, so we can definitely make it over the ocean a little bit. Class 2. I think we're going to still be within 60 nautical miles of the shore. But we do have rafts on this aircraft, so just in case you were wondering, we're good to go. We're kind of getting through that cloud deck, which is what I was hoping for. Kind of can see off over the windscreen now. Nice. All right, bench. I'm going to go ahead and get an update on this. I want my dog out so she doesn't have to cry anymore. All right, bench is right there. Estimating fuel over bench at 19.2. If I can write, it would be great. So 19.2 over bench. We're looking at winds were 360 at 90. What are they now? Probably 210. Or excuse me, they should be 236. So right now we're pushing 210, 220. So I'm going to say they're 220 at 98. A little stronger than anticipated because we're at greater altitude. Well, actually, we're forecasted to be what? This was forecast at 3.6, so we're right where we need to be. Just a little stronger than planned. So we'll have to keep our eye on that, make sure that our fuel reserves stay nice and high above where they need to be. So we're through that waypoint, and we've got 1817 over the station there. And we're looking at about 12 minutes before we get to Ches. It's 68 miles to go. All right, nice report. We'll keep it. Supposed to snow a bunch here in Tennessee. Oh, really? Tennessee's getting snow? Isn't that interesting? You guys don't get a lot of snow, do you? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I got to let my dog out really quick, and then I have to come back before Saggy. We're going to be in radar coverage then. Looks like we'll get into Jacksonville Center, and I'll tune in 135.925. Let's go J Center 135.925. We're going to throw that right there. 135.92. $135.925. I should have just went the other way. What am I doing? Okay, 135.925. That's on standby. Hurry back. Yeah, I will. I don't have very long. Let's see. Shaggy's 110 miles. 1834. It's 1818. You know, maybe 6 minutes. I'll be back in 5. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Told you I'd be back before saggy. We got to throw that master caution off. That's the center tank pump. Oh, look at that. It's burning up there. You see that right there? It's got to come off. I wonder where that's on. Are we still burning it? Yep, okay. Engines are now off in terms of anti-ice. I'm back, by the way. Sorry, folks. All right, we should be getting over to Jack Center here. I'm going to call him up right now. Going to tune in, listen to him, see what they got going on in Jack's.
4 miles southwest of the Lumberton VOR, maintain level 380.
It's Howard. Haven't heard him in a long time.
25 radar contact, position as reported, maintain
Good to hear his voice.
360.
360, that is 2725.
Speedway's 452, your radar contact, position as reported, maintain level 360. Maintain level 360, 3450.
Alright, I got Williamton right there. We're looking at 15.9 nautical miles from the shore here. We're feet wet again. We're over the ocean. Calling about 16 miles southeast of Williamton. VOR.
November 8 Kilo Alpha, contact Jacksonville approach 127.0.
27 nothing for 28 Kilo Alpha, we'll see ya.
Alright, Saggy 3, what are we, 360?
FedEx 358, you were checking in?
FedEx 358, Whiskey Flight level 310.
FedEx 358, Jack Center, squawk 3434.
3434, FedEx 358.
Or 6 Juliet Sierra, contact Jacksonville approach 127.0.
27 flat, 6 Sierra 2.
Sunwing 68, descend via the Seinfeld 1, arrival landing south, Orlando altimeter 29905.
Descend via the Seinfeld 1 arrival, Orlando altimeter is 29905 for Sunwing 68.
Jack Center, Riptide 5803, flight level 360, about 19 miles southeast of Williamton, VOR.
Air Canada 1088, contact Orlando approach 128.37. 124 including someone for Happy New Year, sir. American 73, clear direct Sharks.
Nice intersection.
Clear direct Shark for American 7.
American 791, clear direct Debril.
Good evening, Delta 120, flight level 310.
November 1,
let's see if it works.
Yankee, runway 35 at Charlie 2, taxi via Charlie 2.
Check, check, check. That works.
American 525, contact Miami Center 135.17.
13517, have a happy new year and next conference after that.
Good night, sir. All right,
We'll check in here
here.
again.
Just give me a minute. Delta 419, Atlanta's offline, radar services terminated, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, Delta 49, Merry Christmas.
Okay. Delta 120, did you check in?
Initial contact.
Okay, I'm asking for Delta 120 only. Delta 120, did you check in?
Thank you.
Okay, Delta 120, you're flight level 310?
We are in flight level 310.
Okay, Delta 120, descend via the Cuban 1 arrival, runway 26, Jacksonville altimeter 29901.
Alright, descend via Cuban 1, runway 26, confirm transition to start.
Runway 26, transition, runway 26.
Further runway 26.
KBA 400, contact Jacksonville approach 127.0. Good night.
We're gonna wait for him to call us. He'll give us a ring here shortly.
350 radar contact about 5 northwest of the D-Fun intersection. Maintain flow level 310.
There it is.
Jacksonville Center, hello, Walker 2462, 14,000 for 15,000.
Walker 2462, Jack Center, climb and maintain flow level 350.
Climb maintain flight level 350, Walker 2462, thank you.
Frontier Flight 2287, descend via the get out 1 arrival or land of altimeter 29906.
Roger, descend via the get out 1 for Frontier Flight 2287. Jack Center, good evening. Exec Jet 127 at 400, about 22 miles northeast of Jordan, squawking 1620.
Exec Jet 127, radar contact, reset transponder, squawk 7304.
7304, coming your way, Exec Jet 127.
Jack Center, Riptide 5803, flight level 360, 38 south of Williamton.
Riptide 5803, Jack Center, radar contact, reset transponder, squawk 6716.
6716. 6716.
Jacksonville Air Canada 24, squawking 2622, flight level 360 with you.
Air Canada 24, Jacksonville Center, squawk 5526.
Squawk 5526, Air Canada 24.
All right. Howard's a good dude. I actually met him in person when we were at Sim Expo. It was Flight Sim Expo. It was awesome. I actually sat with him and watched him control. So if you actually go to Navigraph and go to Navigraph's YouTube channel and just type in FS Expo 2023, you'll see I interviewed him right there while he was controlling traffic. It was really cool. It's good to see. Lots of fun. Good time.
Flojo intersection, maintain flow level 360.
Maintain flow level 360.
Good dude.
Canada 24.
All right, folks. So we're headed south of Wilmington, Carolina here, and we're pretty much feet wet over the ocean. We've got. We're going to be getting to our arrival here. We dumped over to Miami over Magic. And if Miami Center stays online, I hope they do, they could bring us all into Fort Lauderdale. And right now...
Yankee Roger, after departure, following runway heading, runway 35 at Charlie 2, clear for takeoff. The wind's 310 at 6.
We got about 485 miles to go. We're almost there, actually. Let's take a look at the weather here in Fort Lauderdale right now. Weather, real time, about 18 minutes ago, we have a 2905, 10 miles visibility. We got a few clouds at 20,000. Temperature dew point are the same, which could mean fog for us. That could be an issue. 29907. Yeah, so we'll expect arrivals on... Who the heck is calling me? Telemarketers. How about no?
Southwest 867, Jack, squawk 1515.
So we're landing the 28s, 28 left, 28 right,
Air Canada 24,
which is interesting. We're going to be coming on the other direction, so that's going to be nice. We're usually used to landing the runway 10. Are you going to Vegas for Flight Sim Expo? Yes, I will be there in Las Vegas. For sure. So we'll be there in Las Vegas in 2024 for Flight Sim Expo. Are you going as well? That'd be good to meet you. But I will be there. So that should be fun. It was a really fun time going last year. You know, in the I think it was June. Really good time. we'll do the same thing. I love it here because it's so close. Las Vegas is only an hour and 10 minutes away on a flight for me, so it's really short, which I like. It's a quick flight. I'll take it. One of those, I had to go all the way to Houston last year, so, in June, there was you're looking at 3.5 to 1. I went from Dallas to Houston. It's like 4 hours when it was all said and done. It was kind of a pain in the neck. But this is a direct flight, so
918 Yankee radar contact the altitude.
We'll take it. Who's going to FS Expo? Is any of you
Yankee,
going?
Roger, your clear direct destination. Climb and maintain 5,000.
Lefty. It was really fun. It was fun meeting a lot of you folks over at Expo. I enjoyed it. By the way, the flight sim survey just came out. No, sadly, my work is busy during that time. I do traffic control.
November 714 Sierra Bravo, climb and maintain level 390.
I can't see. I can't see the rest of you. I do traffic control in something zones. I can't read it because there's a heart blocking it.
Southwest 480, contact Orlando approach 128.37.
128.37, Southwest 480, have a good one.
See you later. American 791, contact Miami Center 135.17.
So I'm going to preload that.
American 791, see ya.
See you later.
135.175. We're just going to preload that.
Canada 24, traffic 10 o'clock, left to right, 2 miles, level 360 is Airbus 319.
135.175.
We'll be looking.
Delta 30, Delta 2725, traffic 2 o'clock and 10 miles, 1,000 feet below southbound is Airbus 319.
Right.
Air Canada 24, traffic in sight.
175. Right there. 135.175 is on the standby. Okay. All right, now I got it. It says no, sadly, work zones. I got you. It's going to be hotter than hot. I mean, we're talking June in Vegas. Oh, we're going to be inside. There's no way nobody's going outside. Maybe to a pool. That's about it.
November 18 Yankee, just let me know on behalf of the weather and NOTAMs, but South Alabama Regional unable to say your approach request.
We're arriving 28 left, 28 right in Fort Lauderdale. I would like to take the ramp 28 left. That's fun. Big old 50-foot ramp that comes down. It's a good time. Makes it a lot of fun. We're going right to shelter anyway. So.
That'll be your final.
Aviation Week said, I wish they would get rid of the heat or put it in a different place. I have that same issue. Can't read some of the chat. Yeah. The heat, the reason why they're doing it is because during the heat event is because it's really cheap. It's cheap to get the hotel and it's cheap to get a conference room. So that's why they do it. It makes sense, right? Nobody wants to go to Vegas when it's 120 degrees. So that's kind of why it's much cheaper.
Who is it?
Center Sierra Foxtrot 153.
How can I help you, sir? Sierra Foxtrot 153, how can I help you, sir?
Hello, sir, 153 at flight level 14,000, estimating Kilo Juliet Alpha Sierra. It's right, sorry.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, the heart throws the chat off. I know what you meant. Not the heat, the heart. Totally understand.
Sierra Foxtrot 153, Jacksonville Center, Squawk.
Okay, what we're gonna do?
344. 44.
Let's put our landing data in here. We're getting close enough where I'm going to start dialing that in. It looks like we have dry conditions. The weather here in Fort Lauderdale, 290 at 5. And the outside air temperature is 16 degrees. VREF on 5. We're going to go 28 right.
49 is with you at 10,000 feet, climbing 15,000 feet.
Walker 4849, Jacksonville Center, climb and maintain level 350.
What is it again? I don't know why it does that.
Up to 350, Walker 4049.
And I turned that setting down. I'm going to have to try to turn that setting down even further.
5145 Sierra is 11 miles
And
east
see
of
if
Kilo Oscar.
I might have to just
Sierra
hike it up on my.
flight following.
What's your destination, sir?
I might have to just turn it up on the on my headset.
Kilo Mike India Alpha.
Nothing worse than having an aviation
Okay, get ready to
addiction working
enter,
outside.
the
Tell
Orlando
me about it.
Tracon, just descend.
Yeah,
You gotta
it's
stay
not
at
good.
17.5 for your flight there?
I'm guessing it's going to be 28
Okay, what's your call sign
left.
again?
November
We're going to go flaps
5145
1540. QNH coming in at
5145 Sierra,
29907.
maintain VFR squawk 1513.
Squawk
Reverse, yeah,
1513,
saddle brakes coming in.
450.
Landing weight estimating 112.2. What are we looking at? Probably a little heavier than that. So right now we're at 119. Let's split the difference. I'll go to 115. Let's say landing weight. We still got a long way to go, so 115, 115,000. I'm just going to play a little more conservative than
I'm not
normally.
very familiar with the American airspace, but can I ask when we'll be receiving our star around?
I'm sorry, who was asking about the star?
American 1161.
Okay, so let me just find you first, and then we'll sort it out. American 1161.
Okay, runway
well,
28
star,
left.
So in the U.S., pretty much the SIDS and stars are pretty much given in the clearance. So you've already you have the star already in your flight plan, the Coastal 2 arrival. Are you expecting that?
Coastal 2, I like it.
1161. Yeah, that is
All right,
correct.
factored landing distance is going to be 3650. Got plenty.
Yeah, in the
And
US,
our runway is
usually
8,000. It's
filed.
probably going to be
If
a
there's an
little less
issue,
than
then the
that.
center controller will reissue it to you. But in
Let's
the US, they're pretty much filed beforehand, so there's no
28
issue until the
left.
star in the air.
We're going to do a little more restricted. It's 6,800.
I'll keep that.
Plenty of runway here. We need 36. We have 68. Flaps going to be 40 degrees. And what are we looking
GPS
at?
1321, Jacksonville Center, climb and maintain level 330 for now.
How about 130 knots?
Matt! Hello? Hi, Matt.
Hi.
Weird. Clogging his
What
frequency.
just happened?
You're on the frequency. It's probably not a...
Railway's 452, just want to maintain level 340. Level 340.
What the heck is going on there?
Delta 2725, just want to maintain level 340.
340, Delta 2725.
Railway 655, just want to maintain level 340.
Sun maintain flight level 340, spreading 655.
Air Canada 24, just want to maintain for level 340.
Yeah.
Canada,
I think I saw that.
follow
I have Geek here as a plane.
340.
I think I saw that. All right, that's set, ready to go. The bugs are up, ready. I do need to take a look at the CUDA 2 and see what our descent point is going to be. Looks like we're landing here, so...
Air Canada 24, descend via the
CUDA's
1 arrival,
8,000.
runway 26 transition, Jacksonville altimeter 3, correction, 29901.
we're all set. CUDA's 8,000 feet.
Jacksonville,
It's going to be 28 left, I'm
altimeter
assuming.
29901.
I'll just
Descend
guess
via
with you.
The Winnie 1 SID transition for runway 06, for
28
runway
left.
26.
Delta 120, contact Jacksonville approach,
I wonder if I
127.0.
could...
Jacksonville approach, Dalton, thanks for speakership.
November 45 Sierra, your radar contacts about 45 miles northwest of the Orlando VOR. The Orlando area altimeter is 29906, maintain VFR.
28 left.
How far where was radio contact?
You're 45 miles northwest of the Orlando VOR.
About 4 or 5 miles west of the VFR, and could you repeat the rest of that? I was listening.
Air 450, maintain VFR, the Orlando altimeter 29906.
He's busy.
Maintain VFR, November 450.
Yeah, I'm guessing 28
What kind of
right for
aircraft
Fort
are you,
Lauderdale. Yeah, he might go 28 left, but I'm just...
Longitude.
Do you know the code for that?
Not off the top of my head.
Where is this?
Switch it.
Where is this target?
Okay.
He's next to me. I don't know where he's going though.
Jacksonville Center, Denny, Delta 420, flight level 310, direct Orlando, be over.
He's an
Delta 420,
EJA. He's
Jacksonville
going to
Southwest
Fort Lauderdale.
867, contact Miami Center 135.17.
Say that again.
Southwest 867, contact Miami Center 135.17.
One me.
13517 Southwest.
He's coming in from.
Center Gulfstream 283 Papa Hotel at flight level 310.
He's almost the same dang route as me.
Okay, the last aircraft checking in. The
He's a
call is a little bit slower.
737M.
Gulfstream 283 Papa
Teterboro.
Hotel at flight level 310.
He's at altitude of 39,000 feet.
November
So he's from
283 Papa
Teterboro.
Hotel, Jacksonville Center. Hello, descend via the Cuban 1 arrival, runway 26 transition. Jacksonville altimeter is 29901.
Send via Cuban 1, 283 Papa Hotel.
All right, so that aircraft right in front of us, that's the contrails over there.
Jacksonville Center Walker 4049 is declaring an emergency. We have a number 2 engine out, request return back to Jacksonville.
Howard's probably thinking, do I have enough time to see
Sierra
this guy?
Foxtrot 153, your radar contact, about 5 miles southeast of the Larry intersection, maintain 14,000. The Jacksonville area altimeter is 29901.
One 153, maintain 14,000, give me a 299 1, 153.
Okay, we're coming up to Razzle. Once we're at Razzle, then...
At number 514, Sierra, are you still on this frequency?
5145 Sierra is still on the frequency, yes sir.
All right, number 45, November 495 Sierra, I'm having an issue with the data tag. I cannot actually create a data tag for you for whatever reason. Something happened when you, I think you logged off and logged back on, it created a problem. And just do me a favor, Squawk, VFR 1200 and give Miami Center a call on 135.17. I just can't get rid of your tag here.
All right, Squawk VFR and give Miami Center a call on 135.175.
That's affirmative, sir.
Jacksonville Center Walker 4049 declaring emergency. Disconnect.
Just 1 second, sir. I can probably deal with it, sir, but you're going to have to give me a second, okay? Delta 420 descend via the, actually cross Bass at maintain 13,000, 250 knots, Jacksonville altimeter 29901.
29901 on the altimeter and Bass at 250 at 13,000, Delta 420.
American 1161, contact Miami Center 135.17. American 1161, contact Miami Center 135.17.
Busy.
135.17 for 1161. Have a happy New Year.
See you later.
Yeah, with that emergency now.
For 19 November 18 Yankee, Roger, and you just want the visual approach? Okay, 18 Yankee, Roger, pilot's discretion, maintain.
Sean, what's going on, buddy? How are you?
Altimeter there, 29909.
We're getting close. We're getting close. We have about...
Sierra Foxtrot 153, descend and maintain 13,000.
13,000, 153.
American 73, leaving my airspace, radar services terminated, frequency change approved.
American 73, over to Unicom, good luck on your fiasco.
See you later. Spare wings 452, radar services terminated, frequency change approved.
Korean County Range 452, have a good night.
Delta 2725, radar services terminated, frequency change approved.
Have a good night.
November 6, spare wing 655, radar services terminated, frequency change approved.
Unicom, thanks for service, spare wing 655.
Okay, now who had the emergency? FedEx 358, descend via the Grinch 5, arrival landing south, Orlando altimeter 29906.
Descend via the Grinch 5, arrival.
They're busy tonight,
6,
you guys.
FedEx 358.
Frontier Flight 2287, contact Orlando approach 128.37.
49, and it looks like we have our number 2 engine back online at this time. I will keep you updated.
Frontier Flight 2287, contact Orlando approach 128.37.
Yeah, we got that. 128.37, 2027. See you later. Have a happy New Year.
Okay, everybody just hold the frequency for a minute. Who has the emergency? I still don't know the call sign yet because I was too busy doing other stuff.
It was Walker 4049. We're going to leave the emergency declaration in place for a few moments, but we did get this number 2 engine back started.
Okay, Walker 4049, Roger. Just keep me updated.
Good evening, this is Citation 2 Romeo Foxtrot with you, 15,000.
2 Romeo Foxtrot, Jacksonville Center, climb and maintain level 280.
Climb maintain 280, Citation 2 Romeo Foxtrot, thank you.
KLM 628, Jacksonville Center, climb and maintain level 370.
370, KLM 628.
He hasn't even set our tail number. I mean, he hasn't even given us a call sign, so technically we're not in radar contact yet. But he's so busy at, was he, hey, you got us on radar? You don't want to say that.
EPS 1321, radar services terminated, frequency change approved, climb and maintain level 340.
Well, that bad boy. Sean, how was Christmas, buddy? Excuse me, it's been a minute. I'm showing Fort Lauderdale, 368 miles away. TOD is, I don't know.
Jacksonville Center, United 655, level 360.
30. I didn't write down the weather.
What was the call sign again?
United 630.
Are you coming in out of the north, out of the east, out of the west? Where are you coming in from, sir?
Coming in from the south from Miami Center.
Okay, United 630, Jacksonville Center, roger. November 3 Papa Hotel, contact Jacksonville approach 127.0.
Jacksonville approach 127.0, 283 Papa Hotel, see you.
See you later. Delta 420, say speed.
290 over the ground.
Okay. Yeah, just reduce to 280 knots, please.
Down 280.
So 18 Yankee, pilots discretion, maintain 2000. Let me know when you have the field in sight.
Probably going to be 28 right. Departing runway 28 right. 28 left is noise sensitive, so I'm assuming they're probably going to give us 28 right. Let me give him a call and just say, hey, you got us, I will verify he's got us on radar.
Jacksonville Center, Southwest 3950 is at 12,000, climbing 15,000.
Southwest 3950, Jacksonville Center, climb and maintain level 370.
Climb maintain flight level 370.
Had a nice Christmas. How about you? Yeah, I did, Sean. Thank you, man. It was good. Good 2 weeks off. I love it. So it's my rest of the week off this week, and I go back and I really don't want to, guys. I could be retired tomorrow. This is what I'd be doing all day. Just flying. I gotta call Howard here and just say, hey, you got us on scopes. He never said radar contact. He said squawk this and never gave us anything, but that's all right. He's been pretty busy. It's pretty dead now. I'll just give him a call.
0 Foxtrot 153, a turn right heading 200 vectors into the airspace.
For Air Canada?
Negative. 0 Foxtrot 153, turn right heading 200 vectors for airspace.
Heading 200 to airspace 143.
Walker 2462, Washington's offline radar services terminated. Frequency change approved. Have a good flight.
All right, what about a Unicom Walker 2462? Have a good night.
Yeah.
Back to the same UPS 119, heavy
UPS 119, Jacksonville Center, squawk 7351.
7351.
Air Canada 1920, hello, Jacksonville Center.
Air Canada 1920, Jacksonville Center, squawk 5552.
So we could just be quiet, not say anything, and
who's canceling?
See if he hands us off. Or is it weird flying into Fort Lauderdale
Terminated. Frequency change approved. Have a good night.
as an away charter? Yes, it is. It gives me flashbacks of PTSD.
Jacksonville Center, Walker 4049, canceling emergency declaration.
Roger. Air Canada 1920, radar contact 15 miles northwest of the Shaw. TACAN, maintain level 360. Clear direct Leopard.
I'm going to have to call him. I
I
don't know if he's got me on the scopes. He probably should have handed me off already.
Leopard.
All right, direct Leopard.
Jacksonville Center, Riptide 5803.
Good.
Yeah, just making sure you got us on the scope.
Yes, sir. You called me with your position, your radar contact when you called me.
Thanks, Howard.
American 712, radio check.
Loud and clear.
And I did that just to make sure he's
UPS
got us on
119,
scope.
what code do you have in there?
He was pretty busy.
7351.
Yeah, squawk 7351.
We got that correct.
Thank you. UPS 119, a radar contact over the Seminole VOR. Cross Madiat, maintain 1000, Tampa altimeter 29907.
Cross Madiat 1000, maintain 1000.
Guys, we used to do this all last year. Nuts.
622 heavy.
All last season, this is our schedule. Up and down the Northeast.
Grizzly 622 heavy.
Crazy.
Grizzly 622, Jacksonville Center, climb and maintain level 360.
Climb flight level 360, Grizzly 622 heavy.
Jacksonville Center, American 6792, with you, flight level 310.
This is a long flight. I mean, relatively. Not compared to what we did.
The aircraft in the air, say the call sign again.
American 6792.
Okay, American 6792, Jacksonville Center, hello. Just cross Bass at maintain 30,250 knots, Jacksonville altimeter 29901.
Okay, guys, I want to just check one thing here.
13,250 knots.
Okay, we're going to go flaps 40. Weight is light. We're going to be about 115,000. Flaps 40.
The aircraft requesting
dry.
Who is that and where are you?
We are going to be medium, about 6,900. Yeah, look at that. Jeez.
American 2055,
Whoa.
Jacksonville Center, Charlotte Airport, Roy 7 departure.
So my actual
35010
at 115,000.
3037.
dry runway, medium, 6,900 feet.
Seattle Airport is filed
Jeez.
by the Roy 7, flying for 4350 after 10, squawk 3.
I go maximum auto braking, 4,400.
American 2055, squawk 3037.
Squawk 3037 for American 2055.
All right, so altitude adjustment, feet 0. It's dry, so we'll knock 200.
Reback correct.
Where's my
Information echoes current, runway 7 left, call for taxi, altimeter 29905.
Okay, hold on. I'm just going to do a little bit of work here. Let's say medium, 6,900 feet. This is actual MD-80 landing distances.
Approach 127.0.
Altitude, we're going to knock off 200 feet
Over to approach 127.0.
because of the dryness conditions. Pressure altitude. Correction on the headwind. We've got 5 knots. So it says per 1 knot of headwind, minus 50. So we're looking at 5 knots. Was that 250 feet?
Number 1, Jack Center, American 2738.
How about 6450?
With the weather.
Okay, the guy Charlotte, or the guy Daytona, standby.
6450.
153, contact Jacksonville approach 127.0 and check in with your heading.
Contacting approach 127.0.
Plus 5. Let's see.
Thank you. Here.
Sure, Foxtrot 153, check in with
6,700.
your heading, sir. The heading that I gave you, tell the next controller, please.
6,700 feet. Stopping distance. We have a 6,800 foot runway.
Contact Miami Center 135.17.
That's close.
135.17, exec jet 127.
That's good margin too.
123, Mike Golf. Did you check in? Was that you calling out there?
Yes, sir. Number 1.
And that's on medium. You can go max. It's no big deal.
358, contact Orlando approach 128.37.
12837.
We should be getting a handoff soon, folks.
Number 4, Sierra Bravo. Atlanta Center's offline. Radar services terminated.
188 miles top of descent. Miami Center is online.
Number 4, Sierra Bravo. Radar services terminated. Frequency change approved.
Copy.
American 2738, you're clear to the Charlotte Airport. Roy 7 departure as filed. Maintain 4,000. Expect level 350, 10 minutes after departure. Squawk 7317.
Quid Charlotte via the Roy 7 as filed. Maintain 4,000, 350, 10. Squawk 7317 for American 2738.
Good 2738, readback correct. ATIS echoes current, runway 7 left, call for taxi, Daytona Beach altimeter 29905.
Yeah, back up, we'll call for taxi for American 2738.
Oh, crap. I'm expecting a handoff here any minute. We should be getting handed off here shortly.
KLM 628 requests resume on navigation.
The KLM, okay. Were you cleared? You were cleared direct to the Jaws and then on course, correct?
Oh, I was given heading 090, and yeah, I thought I had to maintain the heading. My bad.
Oh yeah, well actually
he did.
You did, but you didn't check
yeah,
the heading. I didn't know.
We'll resume on navigation. KLM 628.
Let's see, where can I send you? KLM 628, Quebec, Baja.
Direct Baja.
KLM 628, say again.
Clear direct to Baja.
Clear direct to Baja, KLM 628.
Sorry about that. Yeah, if you're not on course with the center, then just chime in and let us know. I thought you were on course. My fault.
Yeah, that's all right. Not a problem.
Wow. I'm expecting a handoff here shortly. Unless Miami's offline. They're still online. Probably coordinating a handoff now because we're getting very close.
Actually, KM 628, I took that back. Clear direct Tubbs.
Tubbs. Top of descent, 170
KLM
miles.
628, say again, we're having some issues with audio.
KLM 628, flight heading 060 for now, and when able, direct Tubbs. Tango Uniform, Bravo, Bravo, Sierra, Tubbs.
Flight heading 060 when able, direct Tubbs, KLM 628.
All right, I gotta shut off one of these butt kickers. There we go. Keep the other one on, shut one off. 9 o'clock, it just rattles. There we go.
C803, contact Miami Center, 135.17, good night.
135.17, have a great new year. We'll see you, Howard.
Thanks, see you later.
All right, let's go back down here and get that handoff. 135, 175. That is correct. Let's listen. Miami Center, Riptide 5803, flight level 360.
Riptide 5803, Miami Center, clear CUDA.
Direct CUDA, Riptide 5803. Okay, we're going direct CUDA now, so we are completely off of the waypoints here. You can see we're headed to Magic, so we're just going to go. You can just dump it over the head, and
Delta 1560, contact Jacksonville Center 135, 92, good day.
3592 for Delta 1560.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. We're direct CUDA now, so it's going to be Magic, then CUDA, top of descent. I have no idea. So we are not even flying the arrival anymore. Once he said direct CUDA, we're done. We're done with. We just need to hit CUDA at 8,000 feet. That's it. And I already just programmed that in here. You can see Magic CUDA is pretty much on the same path, very close to each other. Slightly off. You could do this and see if it works. There we go. Just turn a couple degrees over, and we're direct now.
Air 4550, Mike. You'll have to make that request later. You're not anywhere near the approach airspace.
Roger.
So we're direct CUDA and.
Air 65 Delta Mike. Stand by 1. Air 65 Delta Mike. Verify information. Bravo. Runway 28's available if you would like it. Otherwise, I can offer you one.
So he basically just sent us straight to CUDA right here. So we're skipping all of this stuff. And we're just going to... Don't even worry about altitudes. They'll call the altitudes in. Probably going to be 28, right? United Bill, what's going on, buddy? Which of the stick shakers did you get? First choice or the more expensive one?
255, thank you.
You're talking about the butt kickers. I've got 2 of them. I've got the one expensive one and one not so expensive. They're both expensive, but I got both of one of each, essentially. And the reason why I did that, I would have went with the tour, like smaller ones, but I thought it was. I thought it was the one I had, and it wasn't. It was the big one. So when it came shipped, I went, that thing's huge.
So is that for American 1161?
Yeah, that's my bad.
Sorry, I was doing something else. American 1161, descend via the coastal to arrival, landing west. Descend by the coastal to arrival, American 1161. Southwest A67, descend via the Tiki 3 arrival, Fort Lauderdale, landing west, altimeter 29907.
Descend via the Tiki 3 landing west on 29907.
29907. Dial this down to 2997, so that's pressurization.
29, descend via the rides to arrival, Orlando landing south, altimeter 29906.
2996, we'll descend via the right to Delta 29.
Yeah, they're both great. I mean, one of them is sufficient. At 9 o'clock, I have to turn it off, though, because I have my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law downstairs in my basement. So I got a mother-in-law apartment down there, and I'll tell you what, it rattles their floor, their ceiling. The big one does. So I have to shut the big one off when I'm, past 9 o'clock. That's fine. I just do it for courtesy. And the other one is not that bad. The other one's just a low hum. But the big one's like, I mean, it's rattling. So they're both great. It'll change the way you sim, that's for sure. You get a little force feedback with turbulence and gear and flaps, and you kind of feel it now in your seat, which is nice. That's one of the things that we're missing is the tactile, the feel of flight. And we can't simulate G-forces, unfortunately. I wish we could. But this is probably the best thing you can do before you get to that next level of, motion or something like that. All right, so since he's cleared us direct CUDA, we don't.
5 Delta Mike, runway 28, clear for takeoff.
He's going to call our descent, is what I'm saying.
Takeoff 28.
If he says cross CUDA at 8,000, then we'll have to descend that. Right now, it's set up in the FMC at 8,000. Now, 28 left is set as well. I don't know if they're going to give us that. Probably going to land us 28 right, and the only reason why I say that is because there's restrictions here on 28 left. It says 10 right, 28 left, noise sensitive until 6 a.m. Reporting 28 right.
67, contact Miami approach 124.85, good day.
2485, Southwest 867, good day.
They got Miami approach is on. I don't know.
Miami Center, number 1, consider my golf, maintain solid 0% guard forever.
Let's see if tower's not online.
Descend and maintain flight level 350 for traffic.
Alright, descend and maintain level 300, correction, 350 for traffic.
Yeah, they're sending ILS approaches 28 left or 28 right. It doesn't matter. I'd rather go 28 left though, because then I could just kind of taxi off when we're right there at the gate. We're going to be at the shelter, so.
365 Delta Mike, clear to contact, say altitude.
3,000,
365 Delta Mike, clear direct Ocala, Oscar Charlie Foxtrot, climb and maintain 12,000.
Direct Ocala.
Okay, if it's 28 right, I'll tell you what, 28 right, there we go, knuckle, and we want to land between about Alpha 6, just a little after Alpha 6. If it's 28 left, we want to put it down right about Juliet 9 if we can before the ramp comes down. If we can land on that flat part, and then we can hit that ramp.
124.85.
124.85, American 11.
We'll see. I don't know what he's going to do. We'll go from there. And by the way, that slope is pretty aggressive. That's a pretty nasty slope, too. It's a 50-foot.
Contact Jacksonville Center 13592.
I'm tired, you guys. And then tomorrow we go up to Tampa. So tomorrow, I think, tomorrow night, it's a night flight, I think. We fly up to Tampa. They flew down today. They left the same time we basically did.
Experience 992, contact Jacksonville Center 13592. Good day.
13592, currently 992. See ya.
That's it.
29, contact Orlando approach 128.37, good day.
2837, how's it going?
Air 9300 Sierra Alpha, contact Jacksonville Center 135.
You know what's funny is, like, we're going to Fort Lauderdale. This is our home. I mean, this is our home. This is Coastal Airways MD-80 base, basically, or essentially our crew base is in Lauderdale. All of our MD-80s are pretty much up here. In or around this area, and we might have one in Miami right now, but they're all based in here. So Matter of fact, this aircraft is probably going to go get maintenance. Even though we do have a maintenance base up in White Plains, they'll come down and do like any checks. I don't think there's an A check required on it just yet, but it could be. It's cool. My laptop crapped out on me. I'm back. Sorry. So what's the difference in the two? Seeing you have both of them. Well, the bigger one, and I think it's called the Pro. Butt Kicker Pro, and they have the Butt Kicker Plus. The Plus is the smaller size. The Pro is the bigger. The Plus is great. The smaller one is a little cheaper. I think it's like $100 cheaper or something like that, or $50 cheaper. It's great. It's a good system. I'm running a. I'm not running a regular chair, right? I'm running a sim chair with the cockpit setup. So. I have it turned down to a 14 on the level and the volume, so you could go way up on that and you could feel it. It's gonna kick it. But I wanted to keep it lower volume and have two of them, so the wear and tear on the system would be better, right? There'd be less work. They kind of share the load, and you have the same amplification as you would with one turned way up. So that's why I was thinking. Well, I can alternate between the two too, right? So I can have one on, one off, two on. Anyway, so that's kind of what I did, and they're both turned way down. And with them both on, man, it feels good. If you can feel it, you feel it in the chair. With one on, it's great too. I mean, I still feel the vibrations right now, just sitting here. It's vibrating through the chair. But it's turned way down. Does that make sense? So I think if you had a smaller one, you might have to bump it up a little bit if you wanted to feel like I got mine with 14 and I could feel it. The big one, I have it down to like 11, and with them both on, I can really feel it. So I don't know if that makes sense. It's just a bigger amp.
Level 13,000.
Here's 2 Romeo Bravo Miami Center. I'm closing up Nation 5 frequency approved. Enjoy your flight to Orlando.
It's closing up. Ah.
Switching seats. Have a good night.
Air 123 Mike Golf. Descend via the Mini. I'm going to be closing up. Descendant pilot discretion. Maintain flight 240.
All right, that's what we'll do.
Descendant pilot discretion. Descendant maintain pilot 240. Number 10 Mike Golf for unit.
They probably went to
9 contact Jax 13592. Good day.
Looks like we'll be alone going into Lauderdale, guys. It's probably going to dump us off here shortly. Then we'll descend right here on our top of descent. We'll go down to 8,000 feet, and then we'll pick the runway we want.
Frequency approved. Good day.
Over to Unicom, ExecJet 127. You have a good one. Appreciate the ATC.
Good day.
What would you say realistic settings would feel in the plane if you have both like you have it? You'll feel it. I mean, it's even at 11, Bill, you'll feel it. 14, you'll feel it too. That's what I'm saying. You just if you get the smaller unit, you have to bump up the volume just a little bit. If you get the bigger unit, you can put the volume down a little bit. With both of them, you can really send them down low, and it's just a different amp.
Yeah, Jet, are you here?
Yeah, we just popped our avionics back on. We had to shut them off for engine start.
No worries. I accidentally just dumped your flight plan out of the PDC system. I am closing, but in case someone else is online at Miami, I'm sending your new...
All right, let's test the fuel heater now. All right, we got 11 here. Let's throw the fuel heater on the left side. Let's see what we got. I just threw it. So temperature's coming up.
Miami Center, if you could do the same for 9572 Alpha.
By the way, they said they fixed it, so let's see what we got going on here. I just hit the fuel heater on. It's going to cycle a minute.
9572 Alpha, I do not have a flight plan for you, so if you file one, I can do it.
Apologies, that's not that file. I'll check again and get back to you.
Sure thing.
Oil temps up.
Riptide 5803, change 50 frequency, approved. Good day.
All right, we'll see you. Riptide 5803. By the way, what are they landing? They landing left or right?
It's landing west, and given the hour of the day,
It's going to be
I
right.
would guess probably 28 right.
Yep. All right, you bet. 28 right.
Air 455 Sierra Mike, change advisor, frequency approved, and if you want to start your descent to 6,000, I got.
Roger, frequency change approved. Have a good night for 55 Sierra Mike.
122.8, we're going to go 28 right. So we're just going to have to change a little bit here. No big deal. We didn't really do much anyway on the approach. We already programmed the landing distance for 28 left, which is a little more aggressive, a little more restrictive than 28 right. So we're going to continue on with 28 right. We won't have to, what I'm saying is we don't have to recalculate the landing because we know we could stop with 28 left's numbers, and 28 left is a shorter runway. So we know 28 right, we got it covered with the same conditions, if that makes any sense. So we're going to go 28 right. Let's go ahead and program it into our FMC now. We're going to go to the arrival page. So it says that we're going to go 28 right now, and we're just going to click execute. We'll go to legs page. We're going to go direct to. Now this thing is going to be jacked up because it's going to probably dump us and go. Wait a minute. See how it was turning us? I knew it was going to do that. So you want to go to direct CUDA at 8,000 feet. Then we got locker. It kind of dumped us off of the arrival. So we're going to hook up to CUDA. Then we got locker. After locker, we got Binky. Then we're going to go to QDOG, vectors, and then basically we'll vector ourselves into 28 right. All right, that's how that looks. ILS frequency 110.7. Obviously, it's going to be a visual. We'll just back it up. 110.7. There we go. That's all hooked up. We're ready to go here. We've got approximately, how many miles? 72 miles top of descent here. And I'm going to go ahead and change that right now on the altitude. We'll bring it down to 8,000 feet. Oh, look at the fuel temp. They did a good job with that. See that? That was really good. See, that temp is now coming down. The heat's going to be coming down on the oil temp. But that was nice. And they fixed that. Remember, like you let it go and it was like right back to -10. So that's good. Let's go ahead and nail the next one because it's -10 degrees. So we're going to go ahead and throw this to the on position. Fuel heat on. All right, and see it cycle. There it goes. There's the cycle. Starting. It's going to burn off that fuel from the fuel filter. It's going to just it's diverting bleed air into the filter right now to heat the filter up. You want to do one at a time because your oil is going to spike on you. See how the oil temperature was nice and low? Well, now it's getting hot because you're not cooling. You're not using the fuel anymore. You are still using the fuel to cool, but the fuel is getting getting hot. So the oil is getting hotter. That's kind of how that system's working here. Good stuff. Oh, little bumps. Thanks, Jason. I just got a new chair for my sim PC, and it's kind of like yours, I think. Oh yeah, did you get this is the open wheeler, I think it's called, or SimFab? I did a video on it. It's the SimFab chair. It's really nice. Steve, you guys talking about Viber? Yeah, we're talking about butt kicker. It's called. But yes. Yeah, United Bill, this is a really good one. If you like, you got the same kind of chair, and you know what's cool about a butt kicker is they could go on your office chairs too, folks. They can mount underneath the office chair and provide that tactile feedback. And I really would recommend it to simmers if you guys are flying a lot, and it's a whole new dimension of it really changes the game. I think it does. Just clarifying. Yeah, I know. That's funny. So you can look. They did a good job. You can see it's we're at a -4, +7. We're good on the. We're 82 on the oil temp. That should be coming down here as the fuel gets cold again. Yeah, it was a good job. It's nice. There's good simulation now. It's not just like instantaneous -10 anymore. It's a -5, and it'll probably stay that way for a bit. And you can see the oil temp starting to come down a bit on that. It's good stuff. Yeah, Bill, do you have this chair then? You have the SimFab chair? It's a good one. Which one do you have? Or do you have the, what is it? The Boeing chair? What's it called? It's not Max Racing, but it's something like that, right? I forgot what the chair is called. Inbound course 276. Sorry, yawn in everybody's ear. By the way, I just tried passenger 2, and I don't know yet. I think it was interfering with the system. It was weird. It was doing all weird kind of stuff in the beginning of the stream. So I don't know. I'm going to try it again with it, but I'll try to see if I can get some different sound packs in there to see the difference. I tend to like self-loading cargo a bit more, that I've used it on the line a little bit now this last 2 weeks since they did the update, and I kind of like it. GT player gaming chair. Okay, that's what it was. Next Level Racing is the Boeing one. That's right, and the price difference is astronomical. So we're talking the SimFab setup is like 600. The Next Level Racing is like 800. So you're spending $200 more for a name. And to tell you the truth, I've sat in both chairs, and this chair is more comfortable in my point of view. And folks, I can't sit very long because I start to get hurt. I'm like, this is hurting, and I got to get up and walk around. So that's, when I could sit in this chair, and when we flew to Honolulu, we sat in the chair for, I was up and out a lot. 45 minutes at a time I was doing stuff, because that's a long time to be sitting down. But it's comfortable. Like, I'm not gonna get around. But I would definitely, a GT player gaming chair. I haven't looked that one up. Let me see if I can look it up really quick before we start our descent. GT level racing chair. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's good. That looks like a nice chair, man. I'm looking at it right now. That's a nice chair. Cool. It's got that mount on it. Looks good. Yeah. Yeah, so what you would do is mount that on the mounting. I don't know if it comes with a mounting bracket. I'm sure it does. I'm sure it has a butt kicker mounting bracket. If it's for racing, it's going to have one. That's what's so cool about, I know SimFab, they have a whole bunch of different brackets and stuff for custom, when we're talking about butt kickers and things like that. They have all these different mounting brackets and options that you can put on the frame. And so it's really modular that way. The chair looks awesome. Yeah, if you get the Plus, the smaller one, you're going to be fine on this thing, man. You'll feel it good. I don't think you need to. Is what I'm saying is I don't think you need to. Are the Jets playing the Browns? Are you serious right now? Who's winning? What's that score looking like? Jets and the Browns. Yeah. All right, top of the sentence coming up. Hey, Dewan, what's going on, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Steve, passenger 2. It's a bit flaky, but they're still developing. I found if you restart your sim without turning off your computer, it acts up. Yeah, it was throwing, in the beginning of the stream, I had it on, and I had weird noises. I had 2 flameouts. I was like, what? I think those flameouts were for me. I mean, I pushed it all the way up to 2.2 EPR because I didn't have my my protection on, so I think I compressor stalled it and boom, flame out. Rip, as my kids say. Rip, Dad. But I think in this particular example, it was just odd. Doing well, just flying the something and CRJ. I don't know what that something is. The A300 and the CRJ. There you go. It's good. That is good. I like the CRJ. It's a fun little plane to get going. All right, you can see the oil temp's at 80 degrees right now, so I'm kind of reluctant to throwing it the fuel temperature again. We're going to be descending shortly. I know it's negative 12 and negative 10. You should kick it on. I probably won't kick it on again here as we're going to be descending into warmer air. That's for sure. How is, Steve says, 34, 20 Browns in the 4th. Yeah, that's about right. I feel like the flight controls are too sensitive. Yeah, they are. You have to dial down the CRJ flight controls way down. You have to build your own profile to it, and then just kick down the sensitivity of the flight controls. Otherwise, it's going to be way too touchy. I found that as well. It's pretty touchy. So, United Bill, do you like Passengers 2? I mean, I only used it for 15-20 minutes. That's my fault. I just used it for like 15-20 minutes, and I found that I think it was jacking up my system. It didn't like it. Like it was doing something dumb with sound. I don't know what the heck was going on with it. It was pausing it, and then I got rid of it. And then I said, okay, let's see if it works. I did a restart, rebooted it. So I wasn't very impressed with the performance to it right now. I think self-loading cargo might be better in that frame. PAC-X. I do like PAC-X. Matter of fact, I use PAC-X for pretty much all of my line flying. The problem is I don't use it now because this is a charter flight, so you're not going to get complainers. They're not going to complain to you. They're not going to be like, oh, it's 90%. These are hockey players. You know what I'm saying? They're just. It's not like. I mean, it's, by the way, they're getting a grade A package back there. We got great services for them. So it's high, top quality everything. It's a VIP cabin too. So, but it's, I like PAC-X. I do. I like the thing I like about PAC-X is that I can do my own recording for PAs, where you can't do that in self-loading cargo. You have to follow a script, which I don't like. But I do like self-loading cargo in terms of you're looking at turbulence more. You're kind of over the turbulence more because it affects your passenger comfort. So you're really kind of looking at the bumps. You're kind of a little more aware of where those areas are. All right, we're starting down, folks. Here we go. We're coming down the chute on the descent. 8,000. Here we go. Steve says, I like it over SLC. Just a bit less work. I find the announcements are better. You're talking about, yeah. Ryan says, hey, fun question. I believe I know the answer, but just an airport question. What class is Fort Lauderdale? It's class Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, or Golf. It is Charlie, sir. Fort Lauderdale is Charlie, I believe. Well, let me find out, but I think it is Charlie. It sure is. It's Charlie. Class Charlie from 4,000 feet down to 3,000 on that one shelf. The shelf close to the airport, 1,200 over 4,000, and then the inners surface to 4,000 feet. So it's Class Charlie all the way in. Anything south of that, you're going to get into Bravo. So, good question. It is Class Charlie. You would think it would be Bravo, wouldn't it? But it is not. It's a good question. Pretty cool. All right, we're at top of descent here. Let's go do our descent checklist here. Seatbelt signs coming on as we're getting to this junk up ahead. I'm going to come down here. Engine sync is coming off. Shoot down here. That looks good. Our pressurization is all set and ready to go. And let's go ahead and kick on our pumps to make sure we don't have any air in the lines. That's why you do this. You get that constant pressure going. All right, we're on our way down. Now, we're going to penetrate these clouds. It's -10. Let's go ahead and throw on, you guessed it, engine anti-ice is coming on just through these clouds. We'll see if we start building up ice. If we start building up ice, and we'll kick on the wings, but right now we'll just leave them off. Oh, you meant passengers too. Okay. You like it over SLC, just a bit less work. Okay. The announcements are better. Can you do custom announcements on that? Are you going to be in the voice chat after the stream? You're going to bed. Do you want me to go in the voice chat to one? I can. Ding ding, correct. Steve says, sorry, I meant passengers too. Got that. Made Nashville. They made Nashville BNA, Tennessee is Super Charlie Airspace. Yeah, exactly right. It's you wouldn't think Fort Lauderdale would be Charlie, but it's Class Charlie. It's crazy. They have so much traffic, and the reason why they did that is just because of, you got Miami, what, 18 miles to the south or whatever it is, 50 miles. It's probably less than that. It's like it's 18 miles or something like that to the south. It's crazy. All right, folks, we're descending into a nice humid area. Descent checklist. Let's look it over. Engine sinks are off. Pressurization set and checked. Hydraulics are on high. Altimeters, we'll do that when we hit 18,000. Then landing data and airspeed bugs. They are set. Descent checklist is complete. Oh, man. Tomorrow we fly to Tampa. Tomorrow night we'll fly to Tampa. It'll be fun. Nice little fun ride over to Tampa Bay. Although I'd love to do that during the day because I have time. So it kind of sucks. I have to wait until the game's over to do it. I don't know. It really just depends on my schedule. I don't know what we got going on. We got a whole bunch of crap planned all the time. So it might be during the day, and I'll just do it to a night flight just to simulate the night conditions. But that's what tomorrow's stream will be. It'll be over to Tampa Bay. And then I think after that game, it's going to be something like we'll fly up from Tampa to go back to White Plains. Get ready for some home games. Yeah, here we go. Nice and broken clouds here. Looking pretty fun. Now in VATSIM, what is Fort Lauderdale being slammed as currently? Simmed. They should be simmed as a Class Charlie, for sure. You gotta have, you gotta just like normal. You gotta have radio contact, and you have to have I mean, really, you could say that for a Class Delta, too. You know, Class Delta, you only really talk to tower and you're gone. But with VATSIM, the approach is top down, so like everything is really simulated as a Bravo. To be honest with you, any controlled airport is simulated as a Bravo airport. Well, I shouldn't say any. I mean, up in Boston, they give you depart clearance by X. Up in Bar Harbor, so it's different. I mean, you go on Unicom, do your CTAF. If it's an uncontrolled airport, you just get your clearance, and then you do your CTAF, you do your own reports, and then you take off, and then once you're airborne, you call center again or approach or whatever. So I guess that's not true. See, so you could say, so you can. They are offering partnerships with VAs, and they would use to. I have my own VA already done, so I have my own custom. I already did that. So Coastal Areas has their own VA announcements. The thing is, can I add that to the system, or do I have to have them do it? Because right now in self-loading cargo, all Coastal Airways announcements are done already. Oh, if it's just an MP4 or an MP3, I can just pop it in there. So I just need to know, like, that's when I've already emailed them and I haven't heard anything back. So as a partnership, but I don't know. Again, I'm looking at this performance earlier going, I don't know yet. I have to really consider, I'll have to do another test is what I'm saying to see. All right, I'm going to throw this on the go around, give me full power on those EPR in case we need it. And we're coming down the chute here. Let's go ahead and center this. There we go. All right, here we go, 18,000 feet. I feel like I'm high now, so I'm going to have to change the camera yet again. All right, we're 14. We're going to go ahead and throw this to the off position. We don't need the engine anti-ice on anymore. We're in nice warmer air. That should be warming up our fuel temps as well. 18,000, here we go. To a 9er. 9er 5. I got 2 9er, 9er 7. Probably get down a couple of ice bars right now. 122.8 set. I believe you can, but don't quote me on that. Okay. Yeah, I got to read the manual. To be honest with you, I haven't read the manual yet, so I kind of need to look at the manual, do a test, and then kind of go from there. $16,000, folks. Starting to get bumpy. What you would expect here, nice high, hot and humid. I wouldn't say hot, but humid for sure. Coming into these clouds. Look how pretty these clouds are, you guys. I put these clouds to ultra. They're really nice. Oh, look at that. That's just amazing. That's amazing. That's default. That's not even... I remember when we, the FSX days, you have to have, four different things to give you something like that. Different add-ons to give you textures and all those interesting things. Ryan says, I guess what I'm wondering, because ATC isn't online in VATSIM at a Class C, does it then behave as Class D with only tower doing operating hours? But then it's Class E without a tower, right? Because right now LAX is behaving like a Class C in VATSIM. So it's a top-down approach, which means if there's any ATC on at all, and you are a controlled airport, you have to, you have to call and get clearances to that airport. So if tower's on, let's say tower's on now, it's be operating like a Class Delta. right? We wouldn't have to call them until we're on final approach or we get in the traffic pattern, then give them a call when we're close to the airport. So they would, any airport, any controlled airport that has a tower would be operating. If it was just tower, it would be operating as a Delta airport. If it's a Class Charlie, it would be tower and approach, or tower departure, whatever you want to do. And then same with the Delta. So, yeah. Yeah, I understand. I'm only asking these guys. I am taking what I study in my ground and looking at VATSIM. Yeah. Right. So if LAX right now has tower on, it's going to be operating as a D. If it has approach and tower, it'll be operating as a Class Charlie, essentially. So we got CUDA coming up. We hit CUDA at 8,000 feet. We already did our numbers. We're at -7, -8, 95, 85, and the oil temp's coming up. All right, here comes 10,000. Cycle that, let them know we're coming down. I'll throw that down, get you guys some of that. All right, here we go. Parachutes in the chat, folks. Here we go. Put them on. Parachutes on. Light them up. Looks pretty nasty here. You can see that fuel temp coming up a little bit. Super cold salt.
127, turn about a 5-mile final for runway 28 right, Fort Lauderdale.
Lauderdale traffic, Riptide 5803 at CUDA, 8,000 feet, expecting 28 right as well. This is locked. All right, there's 10,000. We're slowing down 250 on the speed, locking them up. It's fun. I'm sure it is. It is fun. All right, then we got CUDA. We go to Locker, Binky, Q-Dog. I don't really want to go that far out. So he's going to go 28 right. We're 276 inbound, 1107. Let's go in and identify. We're pretty much in the solid crap right now. It's going to be a longer taxi when we land this runway, which is a bummer. There's CUDA. And from CUDA, we'll go downwind. You can see the Q-Dog. We're going to go downwind, and then we'll see. All right, we got to start descending, dude. Let's go ahead 4,000. There's nothing going to hit us from here. Let's go to 4,000. I got the airplane now. I'm going to go ahead and descend about 1,200 feet a minute. 12 to 1,300 a minute. Just going to help us out. We got to hit fuzzy at about 4,000 feet there. So I've set that to 4. Are we still in? Let me just get a quick update on weather. Just so I know. I know it just changed over on us 33 minutes ago. 10 miles, clear skies. Really? This ain't clear. I hate to tell you, that is not clear. Not even close. Yeah, 10 miles, clear skies. Well, interesting. Maybe it's clear over Fort Lauderdale, but it is not here, just to the north. We are treating this as class. It's an untowered class Echo. If controllers of towers on, to be a class D. Yeah, so this would be Echo airspace. This is, well, it's uncontrolled now, so it would go to a G, wouldn't it? Uncontrolled airspace, go to a G. which would be a magenta airspace. It would be uncontrolled, so you'd be on your radios doing CTAF reporting, which would be a class. You'd treat this as a class Golf, as an uncontrolled airport. Now, technically, and just to confuse you a little bit more, folks, this would be a class Echo because we would have to be controlled because we're in IFR. So we would be under IFR control with a controller through this whole entire thing if we were really flying. You know, let's say we really weren't going into Fort Lauderdale.
Jet 127 is clear of 2A right, taxi up
Good to know.
Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, that's good to know. So we're going to head over to Q-Dog, and then he's clear of the runway, so we're good to go. We're doing aggressive. This is a 90-degree approach. I don't want to do that, so we're going to extend it just a little bit. We'll keep on descending. The airplane will turn us basically an extended downwind here. We won't go too far out, though. Once we hit 4,000, I'm comfortable turning back in. Yeah. So we'll... So anyway, just to confuse you even more, folks, we would be controlled. We would be within a controller, essentially, the whole way. With an IFR flight plan. So, and then he would dump us off. He would have to end our IFR and go to CTAF and then cancel IFR when we popped out of the clouds here, and then we would call CTAF, Common Traffic Advisory Frequency, and say, we are here, 10 miles out, whatever. So we got Q-Dog coming up. Like I said, I'm going to probably just look at fuzzy. I want to be there at about 4,000 feet. So I could descend us a little on the quicker side, 1,500. Just watching the airspeed as we go down through. I just want to keep on going. You don't want to turn in now. You'll be a little high. You're setting yourself up for failure. So we're on a downwind. You see the airspeed starting to creep up on us, but that's all right. Gonna watch here.
American 589 is passing 1,500 and then right turn down course directing.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't do VFR reporting in IFR conditions. This is not going to work. That's right. We're about to be in VFR, though, huh? Look at this. Looking nice. All right, we're going really fast. I'm going to have to slow down. We're just going too fast away from the airport. We don't want to do that. So there's 4,000. That wasn't much. All right, we're going to go ahead and turn inbound. You ready? Here we go. There's 4 grand. Turn the aircraft over. Let's go. Lauderdale traffic, Riptide. Hold on. Heading select. Well, Lauderdale traffic, Riptide 5803 on a base, runway 28 right, Lauderdale. Keep on turning, turning. We're slow. This airplane is turning 15 degrees right now. Oi. Oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts. Nice. We're going to overshoot. It's about right. What was that? If that makes any sense... For HF radio check, would you tune HF frequency on both comms and talk in one, listen to the other? That's a good question, buddy. I'd have to look it up. I don't know off the top of my head. We don't do that. Simulate that very, very often, if at all. Got short little stubby wings on this MD-80. Oh, lovely. Yeah, you cover G factors on turn. So what's happening to the load right now? Are we loading up the wings? We're loading up the wings, so they limit us to our bank here at 15 degrees. We can't go more than that because of the G factor, right? So we're increasing our load. Stalls going up. As you increase your load, especially on a swept back wing like this, any wing acts that way. But especially with this, so the MD-80 is going to turn like this. It's going to go nice and slow. We blew right past the ILS. You can see now the radials on the other side of us. It's because of the turn radius on this thing. We can't go 30 degrees. We technically could on this speed. We got plenty of speed to get us there. But we're going to have to start slowing us down. So I'm going to come in here, take over, and just say, all right, let's get down to 220. And matter of fact, we're under 280, so I'm going to extend slats. Slats are coming extended. And I'm going to keep that turn in here just a little. Shoot. Just a little bit more here on the turn. I want to get a good intercept to Fuzzy. Got the airport in sight right there. Gosh, we're basically coming up from Carnival at 290 degrees. That's what we should be doing right now. Let's go 290, level it out. We'll intercept here when we get to Fuzzy. It'll be beautiful. Just basically on the intercept at Carnival. I don't know if that's an aircraft in front of me or what. Is that a boat or an airplane? I can't tell. Something is flashing up there. I don't know what that is. It's probably I don't know. It's definitely not our airport. Approach on. Approach, approach, approach. That's the airport. Kind of. The airport's right there. That's one airport. There's another airport. Okay, good deal. There we go. Hooked up. Hooked up. Flaps coming in. 11. Slow the aircraft down. 180 on the speed. There's the intercept. Here we go. Lauderdale traffic, Riptide, 5803 on final, 28 right, Lauderdale. Okay, let's stop the aircraft down again here, a couple knots as the... Alright, are you going to hook us up, or what are you doing? Let's see. We got glide slope capture. Coming down on the speed here. All the way down. Flaps 15. Good. That's beautiful. Nice breakout. The sun coming down. Nice sunset over here in Fort Lauderdale. Yeehaw. Getting bumped around. Why not? We're used to it. Snape 2000. Missed approach altitude 4,000. So we're going to keep it at 4,000. That's what we're doing. Speed's good. I won't drop the gear here for another now. About Snape. We're here. Gear coming down. Rattling bones. Lap 20. 28. Okay, let's go ahead and set this. We're going to medium. There we go, armed. All right, landing checks. We'll go flap 40 here in just a minute. Let me just do a landing check this right now. Landing gear down. 3 green flaps. Excuse me. Ignition. Alpha. Spoilers and ABS are armed as required. They're armed on medium. And then we've got flaps are going to come down here at 40. Flaps 40. That's the end of that. Flap set 40. Let's do this thing. Gotta love those trim tabs. Flying the airplane. Captain Denny, what's going on, John? How are you? What plane is that? This is an MD-80, sir. This is a Coastal Airways MD-80, MD-83 to be exact. We are doing a little hockey charter. Welcome aboard. You're just in time for a landing. Hopefully we can give you a good one. How's that? At Coastal Airways, we simulate real stuff. So if you're into realism, check us out. Flycoastalairways.com. Speed at 134. Perfect. I'm going to kick it off here soon. Take over. Winds are pretty good. Let's turn off the weather radar. We don't need that thing on. Want to cook anybody anyway. Beautiful, nice, clear day. Well, I wouldn't say clear, but it's nice under the clouds. That's for sure. All right, knock it off, my plane. All throttles off. All right, 1,000 feet. We've got sync. Approximately 1,000 feet. Speed looking good. 134. Here we go on the thrust. Now it's time to fight. Just going to use a little bit of power to get us back on profile. There we go. It doesn't take much in this airplane with this throttle quadrant. Like, I notice little itty bitty adjustments. That's all it takes. We're getting a little fast. Ballooning up, getting a little high. Look at that freighter right there. That's cool. I got to tell you, I miss coming in here. It's a fun airport. We get a little fast, so and high. We got to salvage this thing. Jeez. There we go. We'll get back on profile. 500 feet. I got my aiming point. We're all set, ready to go here. Slightly on the high side, slightly on the fast side, just coming down. Beautiful. A little bit of trim to help the nose, not too much. There we go. Well, we can grease this sucker in. No, I'm not going to do that. I won't do that. Duck under. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Ballooning.
That was tricky. Good landing after all.
Tricky? What are you talking about? It was straightforward, man. This guy's nuts. Speed brakes, reversers, I'm out. Alright, we're going to go down to Bravo 6 here. We'll taxi off on this high speed. 4,000 feet remaining. Welcome to Fort Lauderdale, folks. I'm sorry, what did you say? I'll get to your comment here. If somebody wants to answer him, you guys probably know the answer, the folks that have been watching this. Bravo 6, we're going to go ahead and take Bravo 6 down to Shelter, which is right here. And I got to tell you, folks, this is one of those airports that I'm pretty darn familiar with. APU is coming on. We're really basically... Hold on just a minute. I want to go... Yeah, let's go this way, and then we're going to go down Lima. All right. Off, off. We don't have to cross any more runways, so that's good. All right, let's clean it up. Flaps. Bring it all the way up to 0, and then we wait for the slats to come in. They're two separate systems, so you got to wait for the flaps to retract before you get the slats in. I see you nailed those. Yeah, I kind of held it off till we got to the 1,000 footers. the aiming boards. That's kind of where I want to land. I was a little short. Did a duck under. I know. What are you doing a duck under for? Oh, I'm going to get dinged. Dang, I didn't turn my lights on. Oops. A-Cars is not going to like me now. Folk with data. Here we go. They're going to say, what are you kidding me? You know better than that. All right, here comes the slats. The slats are on the wings here. Those front, I better call up. We're getting there. Oh, I remember this. Oh, do I remember this? Oh my gosh. How many times did we pull out of this airport last year? Good night. It felt like every other day I was coming out of here or something. If I can remember the suitable parking. I think it was something like, maybe it was 52. Was it 52? 42, that's what it was. Ramp 42. No. A lot of time here, folks. A lot of time. Look at that. There's a 737 right there. And it's, maybe he was following us down. An ExecJet 73. That's pretty cool. From Teterboro, no less. Cool. I don't want to blind him. Let's turn the nose off. Neat. I remember turning it over here. I don't know, is John in town? John's in town. We can go get go hit a restaurant or something, get a burger. That'd be fun. I'm not slowing down, dude. All right, I'll throw down one engine here. Just stop the airplane. He just says stop. You're coming too fast. Ah, it's funny. All right, stop waving your arms. I get it. All right, I want to make sure we got the APU is running. It is online. Let's go ahead and throw off number 2. Number 1 is off. Number 2 is coming off. All right, number 2 is off. Here comes the seatbelts. Welcome, folks. Welcome to Fort Lauderdale. We made it. Heck yeah. Tomorrow, cool thing about this place is that we get ground services here, because we basically, this is our base, this is our hub for the MD-80 charter fleet, requesting deboarding. So this is like headquarters is what I'm saying. So for us, this would be headquarters just south in Miami is headquarters for us, so no problem. All right, let's go to aircraft services. We'll go ahead and open the main door here. I can't do that yet because we've got to throw off our anti-collision light is now off. Everything is secure. Let's go ahead and throw the pumps down. Before I do that, let's pop that main door open. Okay, I get it. Main door is coming open. Whoa, a truck just drove right through the fuselage. We'll start on boarding. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now they can deplane as they wish. These are coming off. And let's call for a GPU. Let's get the GPU going. GPU is online. I can shut this thing down now. 1, 2. Buses are off. And then, boom, APU is off. Done. Welcome to Fort Lauderdale. We're going to go ahead and deplane us. The pink men are going to deplane us and get all the bags off the aircraft. And they'll walk into the Shelter terminal right around here. There we are. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right. Diamond Mike, or is it exclusive to Coastal? Is this plane available to get on them? You're talking about the actual MD-80? Yeah, you can get the MD-80 on the at Leonardo. I think it's on the market. Don't know if it's on the marketplace. I'm sure it is. Leonardo sells it. You wouldn't get this paint job. This paint job is specific to Coastal Airways, the livery. You have to become a pilot of ours to get that. But there's the APU off. I got to do some paperwork while we shut down the shop here. And we're deplaying our folks. While we deplane, let's go to the overhead, make sure we're going to close things off. We're going to do unlock the flight deck door. That basically opens the door here. You can see you can go right into the cabin now as they're exiting. That's it. And then tomorrow, you know, tomorrow night we're going to be on full lights. So I am going to throw that on. Actually, throw that off for now. Let's go ahead and get our numbers in. Emer lights are coming off. Seatbelt lights are off now. Smoking's off. Galley's off. Coming across. Let's go ahead and throw our ACARS up. This is what we flew. We'll click File. We're going to file the flight plan. And it is now in the books. Done. Truck gonna have to fill out an incident report to a truck test of possible employment termination. Yeah, for ruining my plane. Yeah, no joke. Aviation Week, thank you. This is awesome landing in the stream. Appreciate it, man. Diamond, yeah, I guess I meant to say different time. Yes. Okay, Diamond Mike Boston uses live weather in the sim. Yes. Cool. Good. We're here. We're jamming. So we're just doing a really a quick shutdown. Checks here coming over. Anti-ice is off. That is off. Everything else is good there. Coming across over here. Making sure this is good. That's good. That's good. Now normally you'd flip this here and then you'd run this up to about 15. That's too much. Right there. That's good. And I'm going to go 2,000 here. And this is going to go to standby. Then over here, 122.8. I'll pop these to the on position. This comes off. That's it. We're done. Write down your fuel numbers if you want to. I'll do that in my logbook right here that I have. I'll show you that logbook if you're just on the sim. This is our log. And I'll just kind of write just kind of what we're in. Our next flight is going to be tomorrow, so I'm going to write arrival FOB down on the fuel ticket here at 4750. Hello. You can tell I'm tired, right? 4750 tank 2 is going to be 40. Gosh, my brain is not working. Does it ever? 4750 and 0. That's it, and that gives us what, about 9,550 right there for tomorrow's fuel. And we be jamming. Now we're gonna go ahead and shut this thing off. Now I probably wouldn't shut it down because our maintenance crew's here. So we don't have like an MRO up in Westchester. It's not that kind of. We have a maintenance personnel travels with the aircraft, but in terms of when we're here at Fort Lauderdale, we can do a little heavier check. So I'm going to see if this thing requires an A check or not. And we could take a look. I don't think it will. But we would keep this running. We would keep the GPU on for our maintenance staff to come in, check out the aircraft, do their thing. You can see we had 32 cycles on the aircraft, 53 hours total. That was pretty low time. A couple of repair deferral defects, but nothing major. They just topped off the oil before we left. That's it though. So we're done. Tomorrow we can get in just like this. As a matter of fact, we probably powered up for us when we got to the aircraft, just because our maintenance staff would be here checking the aircraft out, making sure it's ready to go for the next half of the season. So that's what we got. Cool. Anyway, that's what we got going on for tomorrow. It's going to be more of the same. We'll fly up to Tampa. It's going to be a quick flight, very fast and busy. There's not much. It's just really quick. It's a fast run tomorrow. Really fast. Yeah, I don't think we're close to an A check. We're like 200 hours away from an A check, so we don't need to do any of that. But they just topped off the oil anyway, so that's good. We got that done. And that's it. We have arrived at our destination, folks. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It helps us out a lot. Hopefully you enjoyed the flight. You got to see a little bit of MD-80 operations and how it differs from 737s, and it flies differently, it handles differently. The engines, you got to goose them, as you can see when it had a flame out. It's really easy to do on this aircraft. You overboost those, and then you could compressor stall them, and it's rip time. But that's it. We're shutting down. I'm done. I'm going to actually keep the aircraft just like this in this status, just because our maintenance staffs, like I said, they would go in and they'd probably tow it across the way into the hangar, and then we'd do a lot of work on it, do an inspection, all that good stuff. So that's what we'll do. I'll let them inspect the aircraft. I'm done. I'm going to go ahead and just close this out. We're going to zero it out. Yes, we're going to do both. Deplane on that. Everything else is good to go. So normally we never leave an airplane like this. We would actually close it and shut it off. But maintenance wants it, so we'll give it to maintenance. I'll go ahead and reset that then. And I'm done. That's the airplane. I'm out. I'm going to my house, which my car's been sitting in the... I'll pull a George Costanza, right? Have you seen that one? Like, my car's sitting in the parking garage for a year. That's so funny. There's bird droppings all over the car. Like, is George still alive? What a great episode that was. All right, folks. I will see you tomorrow night. Until next time, give the blue side up and the brown side down. Y'all have a great night. Thanks a lot.